Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful, blessed July 5th, 2000 of the 2-4. I hope everybody had a safe 4th of July. Man, it was hot today. I mean, bruh, it was hot. It was hot today. Um, so hot I couldn't even take the damn kids to the pool today. But anyway, it was. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I am drained of energy. That's crazy because I didn't even leave the building today, and I'm more tired today than when I be going here, there, and everywhere. You know what I'm saying, at my job. So I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I am tired, but I'm sure as the show goes along, because we got a lot to talk about, and this show will probably get heavy. Um, I'm pretty sure my energy will pop up. So before we keep going, shout out to Two Tough Sports, the Madden Gamer League, where all the games are broadcasted on Twitch. You think you a gamer, you think you a baller, you think you a shot caller, come to Two Tough, baby. And Heather's Craft Haven, my sis from another miss, Heather's Craft Haven on TikTok. So yeah, yesterday I was DJing at my complex pool when Mother Nature just interrupted. When Mother Nature just flat out said, "All right, I think you're done now." And I was about an hour and 45 minutes in, and the maintenance dude who worked here was like, "I think we should shut it down." I said, "Yeah, I think you're right." And here's a funny part. Here's a crazy part. Like, I didn't charge anything, to DJ at my complex pool. That was, on some community stuff. But I did have my tip jar out, and my tip jar was I got some tips. So when the strong wind came, and man, my my tip jar, which is plastic, by the way, man, I was set up next to a fence, and my money flew over the fence. And Roman said, "Daddy, get the money." Said, "Daddy, get the money." And man, I hauled ass on the other side of that fence. I was like, uh, uh, I got all of it though. I did get all of it back. So, it's what it is. I got all of it back. But that was crazy. And I was able to get all of my equipment back to my crib without nothing getting wet. I mean, like, not with none of the electronic stuff, because one of the electronic things is what I'm using right now. My laptop. So my laptop didn't get wet, my speakers didn't get wet, my mixer didn't get wet. So all is well. We'll do that again in the neighborhood. Maybe looking for the Labor Day weekend, the last weekend of the pool, kind of go out with a bang. And I already know what I'm gonna call it. We got unfinished business, simple, because I didn't get to finish. But everybody, we were having a ball too, man. We were having fun. Gosh, we were having fun. And I was playing. The good thing about my complex is all different, nationalities of people here. So I was playing, a little bit of everything. I was playing a little bit of everything. I was playing hip hop, R&B. I was playing some throwbacks, and I mean like throwbacks. So from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, I was playing that Espanol. I was playing that reggae. I was playing all but DJ Brave Easy was in his bag yesterday. You heard me. DJ Brave Easy was in his bag, and I had everybody feeling good, having fun. And then Mother Nature said, "I think we're done here." So it is what it is. But anyway, let's go over what we're going to let's go over what we are going to be talking about today. Of course, we're going to start it off with the power recap. This was the mid-season finale. Wasn't in a blaze of glory like I thought it was going to be, but we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about Ryan Garcia. Also, some quick NBA free agency news. What up, homie? What up? I'm glad you're spending, part of your Friday evening with your boy. Yeah, we'll talk about some NBA free agency, Ryan Garcia, and then, of course, conspiracy theories with Robert fucking Chandler, and I also know that Tony is going to be on here as well. So We're gonna have a packed show. I know it's gonna get heavy, but before we get heavy, let's get into power. Okay. Let's get into power. So this was episode 5, Ego Death. All right. Episode 5, Ego Death. When we last left off, Tariq had just found out that Diana was pregnant. He had came to that spot where Salim had basically hid her out to, and he was going there to kill her because he was on some revenge type stuff because Diana put the red wig on and gave Kate Egan his mother's address. And, we know how that ended last season. Nobody got capped. They actually ended up reconciling Tommy and Tasha. But, Tariq was on some murder shit, So when we last left off, he found out Diana told him that she's pregnant. Well, Monet came in at the last minute, told him that she was pregnant. It's his. And he leaves. Then he goes to this party because now Tariq and Braden have started up yet another business to where they could do their slanging thing, pause, where they can sell illegal narcotics. And he's just like, yo, I just done had a day. I done had a long day. So then he runs into Noma's daughter, Anya. He runs into her. He introduces himself. That's where the episode left off. So this episode begins with Tariq slumped in the middle of the floor, and he's having kind of flashbacks to what happened the night before. So him and Anya just started getting wasted. And when I saw last week, I think I might have said it on the show. I said Tariq gonna hit, and sure enough, Tariq hit. They got wasted, went back to the dorm room. He smashed. He wakes up. She's getting her stuff on, and they like, well, and she's like, don't make it more than what it is. It was fun. Basically saying, nigga, this was we both got fucked up. This was a booty call. It happens. Don't be catching feelings and shit like that. And Tariq, Tariq was playing it real cool. He's like, all right, well, look, we're gonna be having other parties if you wanna pull up, and maybe this will happen again. Whatever. So Tariq is so I was just thinking, I was like, oh Lord, oh my Lord. And this isn't 80 proof, this is just soda. Haven't started that yet. But I was like, oh Lord, Tariq done smashed this chick. Somehow Noma's gonna find out. So in the meantime, in between time, Braden goes to the dude Zion looking for another re-up. And Zion is like, yo, man, okay, this is quick. But he said, but I noticed that ever since Davis McClain brought y'all on, nobody's been keeping it 100 with me. People done gone missing or got busted. What's going on? And he pretty much is ready to kill Braden. Now, mind you, Zion is a trained fighter, but he's ready to kill Braden. Braden is like, yo, tell me who the hell is stepping on my turf. And Braden is like, all right, you didn't hear this from me. And he was like, okay, trust go both ways. You tell me what's up, and I'll keep my name out. I'll keep your name out my mouth. He says this British bitch named Noma. We'll get there. So I was like, oh Lord. Now I said, boy, Noma gonna want these niggas dead. Like, if he she really gonna want these niggas dead. So Braden has other issues as well. Braden is now dating the lead singer to this group where these parties are happening, where they can move their product. So I said this last episode that this is going to be an issue because Braden is starting to mess with that booger sugar because the lead singer messed with that booger sugar. But it's it's the next morning, they're in the bed, and she confides in him that she has sickle cell, and her body is, and everything that goes wrong with sickle cell, and that really she just does the coke just for like a quick pick me up, and that she's saying, I'm not an addict. That's usually what addicts say, especially when they're in denial about it. But it is what it is. Braden is like, that's all right. I ain't gonna tell nobody. So it's cool. I'm sorry you're going through that. And she's like, don't give me the pity party neither. So we'll get there too. Now on with the Tejadas. Monet and Diana and Drew are back at the house sitting at the dinner table. The dinner table where all the shit always happens. And Kane comes in and is like, the fuck are they doing here? And Monet is like, yo, we gonna figure this shit out. We a family. We gonna figure this shit out. And Kane is like, no, fuck them. They're living out of respect for you. And Drew is like, out of respect for her, huh? And Kane's like, shut the fuck up, nigga. How's your face? Because remember, he beat the shit out of Drew last time we saw them on the same scene together. So Kane is like, yo, I'm not gonna sit here and eat French toast with niggas that tried to kill you. Straight up. And Monet is like, if I can forgive him, so can you. He's like, yeah, I can, but I won't. And he told in a very sarcastic way, he said, congratulations, Diana. He's like, having the baby would be the worst move that you can make. And y'all, you up in here playing house with the motherfucker who fucked this family up talking about Tariq. We know Kane hates Tariq. So, okay. Kane leaves. And then Drew is like, Monet is like, yo, I want to bring the business back. And Drew was like, nah. And she was like, you got a problem with the business? He said, no, I got a problem with you. And Diana's like, Drew, and he's like, nah, Drew really don't fuck with his mama. He was like, you fucked up our lives, and until you fucking admit that, I'm leaving too. And so it's just Diana, and Diana is like, you know what? I believe you're gonna try to do everything in your power to make the family right again, but you right now, you don't have that power. No, she didn't walk out on him. She's like, you right now don't have that power. So, and that's real talk. So, okay. So, let's get back to Noma. Noma got some hoe in her, and we'll get there. Who the fuck? Mr. Joy Taylor. You know what? Look, I would love to be Mr. Joy Taylor. Anyway, so going on to Noma. Noma is trying to get some legitimate business set up. So basically, she can explain her citizenship. So she got Davis McClain to set her up with one of these huge political people. And they're at this business dinner. And one of the waiters comes and say, you know what? This table is already reserved for somebody. Mind you, they're in the middle of this business dinner. And Noma's like, what the hell? No. He's like, no, you know what? I'm sorry. The waiter's like, I'm sorry. There's another table over there with a beautiful view of the city right by the window. And then the dude Zion shows up and was like, how you doing? Now, mind you, they never met before. And this is in front of the political dude. Zion is like, this is my city, and I'm gonna allow you to have a view of it. He basically told her, he did some real smooth boss shit. It was like, this is my home, not yours. You stepping on turf that don't belong to you. In a nutshell, a very smooth way. Basically, like, you're here only part-time, and you're here as long as I allow you to be here. And took her hand gently and escorted her from the table. I was like, yo, that was a boss move. Now the congressman is like, what? You know each other? So he's like, okay. So I knew Noma was going to try to get some get back. So as soon as Kane comes around, Kane is like, yo, who is Zion? He was like, just a mid-level dealer. He's like, she was like, who you been talking to me about? Davis is in there too. Davis is like, well, he was a client of mine, and I can talk to him if you got issues. And Kane is like, nah, you know what? I can handle him. I know this nigga. I can handle him. So he looks at Noma and says, look, you don't need no security, no Davis. All you need is me. I got you. He looks at Noma in the eye, and Noma's like, okay, cool. And Davis is like, all right, whatever. I'll deal with the politician. Now, fast forward later to Tariq. What the hell was Tariq doing? Oh, yeah. Tariq was playing a video game with Braden, and he's just mad. He throws the controller, and that's when he tells Braden, look, Diana's pregnant. I only smashed once. How the hell did I get her pregnant? And then he's like, Braden's like, yeah, I saw you leave with that fine-ass chick last night. He's like, that was Anya. That was Noma's daughter. And Braden's like, the fuck are you doing? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? So he's like, look, man, I'll figure this. You know, I'm gonna have to figure this shit out, whatever. So later on at a party, remember I told you, yes, Tariq smashed Noma's daughter. So now Noma wants to know where the fuck. Well, Noma confronted her daughter, who she found a little thing of coke, and Noma's like, yo, where'd you get this from? Like, so because the daughter doesn't know what Noma do. And the daughter's like, man, I've been in prep school my whole life. You think I ain't never used no coke before? Man, it's just for fun. Said I got it at a party on Stanfield. I ain't even use it. So of course Noma's like, okay, somebody's in my turf. She goes to Effie and is like, whose shit is this? Effie's like, it's not mine. I ain't had nobody working that night. So she's like, whose is it? Effie's like, I don't know. So again, that's where this conversation in regards to the dude, Zion. So now Kane takes Noma to the little fighting ring, and him and Zion embrace, but he's like, yo, Zion's like, yo, you got your bitch. And Kane is like, yo, hold up, bro. You know, you've always respected my family. We've always respected you. So she's part of the family now. So you can't not gonna disrespect her. And the dude was like, yo, Kane, you like, hey, boo, I ain't seen you in a minute. Kane was like, yo, I know y'all. I mean, the Zion was like, I know the hottest are desperate, but damn, this is sad. And he was like, Kane was like, fuck it, you want to let's fight. And because Noma's like, no, I'm about to. Noma was acting like she was about to get froggy, and Kane was like, you know what, let's fight, let's get in the ring. And Noma's like, ain't he? Didn't you say he's a trained? That he's a trained professional fighter? And Kane's like, the fuck you think I am? So they fight. It was a very not climactic fight at all. It looked like Kane was getting the best of him, and then the dude Zion pulled out. Somebody gave him some brass knuckles, and he punched him. And the announcer disqualified him, so Kane technically won. But clearly, there's a lot more meat left on that bone. That dude will definitely try to retaliate once the show picks back up. So Kane is like, yo, you don't need no protection or nothing like that. You got all you need is me. So, okay, but then like I said, Noma got some freak in her. Noma got some hoe in her. So fast forward to another party. They're having another party. Anya, Tariq is there. Noma the next move, Noma comes with Kane to the party. So she sees Tariq. Puts two and two together. You back selling product when I told your ass we had a truce and you would not do no product. And Tariq is like, man, this shit ain't mine. It's a party. I'm a college kid. I'm at a party. Fuck is wrong with you? So Kane was like, I know when this nigga is doing shit. He grabbed one of them bottles and he unscrewed the bottom of it and saw the coke sitting there. It's like basically Kane know his style. So Noma and Kane was like acting like they was about to take Tariq outside and kill him, but then Tariq sees Noma's daughter, and she was like, "Hey, Tariq." He's like, "Oh, hey." He's like, "Hold up, this your mama?" And because Noma's like, "What are you doing here, dear?" Like, "Oh, that's your mama." Oh, snap! I didn't know it was your mama. I tell you what, maybe she'll come and party with us sometime. Tariq kind of weaseled his way out of it. Now Noma really wants him dead. Really wants him dead. So of course nothing happens to Tariq. Kane leaves. Kane and Noma leave. Then Tariq goes back to tell Braden. He's like, where's Braden? He sees Braden taking a hit, doing some of that booger sugar. And Tariq's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, Noma was just here with Kane. Now they know what's up. Why are you sitting here doing this shit? And the lead singer of the group jumps in, the one who's an addict, was like, Braden has spilled the beans. The pussy that made him spill the beans. She done told about the business. She's like, you know what? As soon as you break up with her, she gonna snitch and tell everything. And she's like, you think I'm a snitch? He said, no, I think you're a fucking addict and I can't trust you. So Braden jumps to the girl's defense, and then him and Tariq argue about Tariq saying, you're not built for this. And Braden is like, I wish you'd stop telling me that. Tariq is like, I wish I'd stop having to say it. He's like, look, Braden is like, you don't know what the hell I'm going through because you're always caught up on your own shit. And Tariq is like, take it on the chin like me. And Braden's like, I'm not you. He's like, you're right. And then he leaves. So later on that night, the lead singer says that she, out of getting angry, she put acid in one of Tariq's drinks. And Braden is like, what the entire fuck? So he runs to Tariq's room, and Tariq is tweaking. He's tweaking. He's thinking about his life as a possibility with a child now with Diana. And then he starts, it was kind of like a snowfall moment when Franklin had tweaked off the acid and he saw himself talking to himself. So Braden didn't spill the beans on who drugged him, but he was like, yo, this has been a fucked up prank going on around campus. People been drugging people, and I think you got. Because Tariq literally was under the bed when he woke up. That shit was funny as a bitch. When he came to, Tariq was laying under the fucking bed. That shit was hilarious. So, but again, Braden didn't spill the beans about the chick. That she's going to be a problem. Now, on to the Tejadas. Monet meets up with Drew at the little bar that they own. Drew is like, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. You don't want to admit X, Y, and Z. And Mary J is like, Monet is like, you know what, Drew? You was right. I did X, Y, and I was fucked up. And Drew was like, hold up. I never heard you say that before. And Drew was like, look, all I want to do is focus on my art, because he met a private art dealer who's like, hey, yo, if you're an aspiring artist, I may put your art up. So Monet is like, I'm about to say Mary J again. Monet is like, all right, look, I have to bring the family business back, but this time I'm going to bring it back just for the benefit of the family. I have been selfish, yada, yada, yada. And Drew was like, nah, you know what? I don't want this business no more. She wanted him, she wanted to know where he could get product. He's like, I know where we could get product, but this is a one and done deal for me. I'm out. I want to do my art. I don't want nothing to do with this life no more. The Tejada kids outside of Kane, Drew and Diana really don't want to do the drug shit no more. So they recruit some soldiers who want to prove themselves to the Tejadas. And meanwhile, Detective Carter. Oh, we ain't talked about Detective Carter yet. Michael Ealy's character. He looks like he has a pill problem now, because now we know his backstory. His character's backstory is his wife was killed by people trying to finish off a drug deal gone wrong. Blah blah blah. I don't mean to say blah blah blah, but it is. Man, that's fictitious. It's not a real person. Anyway, motherfucker. So he was literally talking to his wife's picture, and then like I've seen that chick before. I don't know how she ties in, but I've seen this chick somewhere before. So Drew and Mary J and those two other dudes go to rob some people and take their product, but they get caught. They get caught by Detective Carter's task force. And when I tell you, this nigga is thorough. This nigga is straight up like, I don't know if this nigga is thorough or just straight up crooked, because when he caught Monet, Andrew had them dead to rights. They said, you know what? I'm the most decorated police officer in the city of New York. Guess what? You work for me now. You know what? And he's like, bottom line is, you can keep selling your dope, but no innocent people get hurt. If anybody gets hurt, they better be a criminal, because if anybody innocent gets hurt, we will either lock you up or fucking kill you. He recognized somebody, one of the people that the Tejadas had with him. He was like, yo, you did this a couple years ago, and he blew his fucking brains out. I was like, this nigga is ill. This nigga is ill. So now the Tejadas have another problem. In the meantime, Diana and Tariq both, Diana says after going to a candlelight vigil and she lit a candle for her father, this elderly woman spoke some real knowledge to her about the love never dies when a person is dead, and things like it was a deep convo. But her and Tariq meet up. Diana says, I'm gonna keep the baby. If you don't want to be involved in his life, I get it. Tariq is like, nah, I'm definitely gonna be involved. Use a few examples from what his father Ghost did. So she was like, well, I have an ultrasound tomorrow. You want to come? Tariq is like, yeah, sure. So at the ultrasound, she asked about Celine. Tariq killed Celine, but Tariq doesn't tell Diana that. But Diana says, I know something happened to him because I haven't heard from him since he gave me the keys in the car to his vacation spot. Tariq is like, look, I pulled up on the nigga and the nigga folded and he ran. I don't know. That's all. Now he clearly logical because he killed him. He did kill him. Now I don't want to say in defense of Tariq, but once he got the information, Salim did try to fucking big boy him, and I don't know if the gun went or whatever, but Tariq killed him. So then Diana's like, I don't want to bring my kid up in this game. I'm not doing it. I don't want to grow up. I don't want my kid to grow up in the life the way we did. And Tariq is like, you know what? Me neither. But I don't want to be like my father. I have to be on top. Basically saying the only way I can protect you guys is to be on top of the game. And Diana said, that ain't going to work for me. And she walked out the ultrasound. She said goodbye, Tariq. So basically, she was basically asking him, can he stop the life for the sake of their child? And Tariq is like, man, I'm trying to be in control of the life. And Diana's like, nope. In the meantime, Noma is by herself. Davis comes in and says, yo, I smoothed everything out with the politician, and your business deal is going to go through. You going to be legit. And wouldn't you know it, Noma gave up the draws to Davis McClain, who's a real one. So now that's going to create conflict now between Kane and Davis. Lord have mercy. Davis, my boy, and Kane going to try to take him out because Kane may be developing feelings for Noma, but Kane want that power. Kane want that power of being the right-hand dude. He telling her. He done went out and proved, got into a fight with a street nigga, a trained fighter, and she gave up them draws to Davis McClain. So that was pretty much the mid-season finale. It wasn't a big gunfight at the end and things like that, but it's so many things. I'm still wondering what's going to happen when Monet finds out that it was Tariq's mom who shot her. What's going to happen with when Tariq finds out that it was Braden's chick now who drugged him? You know, what's going to happen when Diana finds out that Tariq killed Salim? You know, what's going to happen with the whole Detective Carter situation? Now Monet and them have to work for these cops, for this task force, a lot of stuff. What's going to happen with Noma's daughter? Because now her and Tariq are low-key messing with each other. And again, what's going to happen when Kane find out that now Noma's throwing the nay-nay at Davis McClain? So, I love power. They say this is a big rich town. So the continuation of that series is September 6th. And I can't wait because that is right when football is starting. Oh, come on, fall. Let's do it. Now, let's see. Before I start bringing people on, who this is?
Hey, for a long time, for like 10 minutes, I didn't know you was talking about a show. I was like, damn, he had a rough day.
No. I know it was your dumb ass putting that Mr. Joy Taylor. Lord, I would love to be Mr. Joy Taylor.
I said, who is he hanging around?
No. Big C, what up, homie?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing.
I know you heard it. You know why my name is Mr. Joy Taylor, right?
No, what?
I seen some online like where they made a podcast. She was talking about how all men want her, and I seen like something said that did she embarrass herself by saying that? And I was thinking, in order to dispute that, you have to be one, her, which is possible, or two, talk to all. You know what I'm saying? And from being of all men,
I'm a disputed.
She might got a point.
Look, I want her ass.
Nah, I'm a disputed.
I can't speak for all men, but I would love to be Mr. Joy Taylor.
I mean, she a pretty girl, but that's about it. I ain't being Mr. Joy nothing.
Man, look, just give me 3.5 minutes, maybe even 4, and then I'll go back.
Think boomerang. Think boomerang. I'm gonna take them socks off and hammer toes. Something ain't right on her. I know what ain't right on her. The neck up. The neck up ain't right on her.
And what did Martin say? You don't fuck her feet.
Okay, that's Martin. That ain't me.
I was saying to try to speak because she don't. But to speak for her, but it's hard to speak to somebody else's experience. Her experience, probably 92% of men she done met probably tried. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I can believe that. I mean, she a bad bee. She a baddie. She is definitely a baddie.
Yeah, better looking.
But listen, before I start talking about Ryan Garcia, I want to hurry up with the next topic. Quick NBA free agency. LeBron James signed a 2-year, $104 million contract to remain with the Lakers. Hopefully, this is his last year now that he will have accomplished his goal of playing with his son, who also signed a 4-year, $7-point-something million contract. Shout out to Bronny James for getting that bag. LeBron ain't got enough bags. I wish he would retire, but he will remain a Laker. I'm wondering who's going to get DeMar DeRozan. I'm wondering who's going to get DeMar DeRozan. Not much to talk about on the NBA free agency front. Because really, to me, the next big domino to fall will be what happens with DeRozan and LaVine. Tony, any comments? Because you're the Bulls fan.
Man, I'm eating this hoagie and eating these Stromboli flavored potato chips right here. I love DeMar. Huh?
I said, were they wrap snacks or something?
Hers.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I seen these at Wawa today. Stromboli flavored potato chips.
Yeah, I need to go to Wawa. It's Hoagie Fest.
Yeah, that's why I went there. Yeah. I love DeMar, but at this point, it's a youth movement. We trying to accommodate him so he can get the money somewhere. It will eventually work itself out. I have no doubt. My problem, I think, with the Bulls more so, and it's not even with the Bulls. You know what my problem is. The same problem you have with your team. Clutch.
Yeah, clutch.
Because they gassed LaVine up, and in the big picture, you can see the toxicity where it came from. Rich Paul. You can see it all day. And right now, it's not a progress stopper as much as it's a distraction. You could have been gone, bruh. But Rich Paul overvalued, gassed your hair, but made you overvalue yourself. And now you expect somebody to just give you away because you a discontented athlete. Well, you didn't live up to your contract. You got 130 million reasons to live up to your contract. That's the first thing. But they don't have to accommodate you. Morey kind of proved you ain't got to accommodate players. You know what I'm saying? Once he did that with Ben Simmons, I think a lot of owners are looking like, we'll move you if we have a good deal. If not, you can sit your discontent ass on that bench and just watch the team succeed and your value plummet. That's just it.
Ben Simmons
and all that's because of Clutch, again, trying to influence the narrative of the entire league.
I got a question.
Go ahead. What's up?
Does Ben Simmons still play?
You wouldn't know it. He technically still does play for the Brooklyn Nets, but that boy's barely played any basketball in the last 3 years, ever since he froze up under the basket in Game 7.
Okay.
Ben Simmons has destroyed Ben Simmons' career. You want to say back injury, whatever. Maybe there's truth to that. I'm not in the brother's body, but his decision, the choices he has made on the basketball court, because you don't hear nothing about him off the basketball court, but the choices he's made in regards to his basketball decisions has destroyed Ben Simmons' career.
I wish he'd do something on the basketball. Something. God damn. So when's the last time he played?
He played early this season, but he only played like maybe a handful of games. Ben Simmons has pretty much, when you talk about those players who sign big contracts and don't earn them, or they say people are robbing the owner, Ben Simmons is the prime example. He signed.
What generation? What year? I should say, what generation do you think actually started this level of entitlement with these NBA players?
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm saying I say NBA because NFL was a little bit different. You know what I mean? But with the NBA players, when do you think this actually started?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Around
because I remember, like I go all the way back, but I don't remember necessarily Kobe Bryant having a contract dispute.
No,
really.
I was gonna say really. I'm gonna say when the big three in Miami got together.
A contract dispute. So what y'all saying? Like, okay, never mind.
I don't think I remember. People like Shaq. People wanting to be traded, but I don't remember like a contract dispute where it's like this and. Where dudes come in the league and they don't do anything, but their second contract is supposed to be a max.
Do you want to know
based
what
on
I think?
potential.
What?
Based on potential now.
The
What?
last collective bargaining agreement. Cause number one, all basketball, these niggas been entitled since the Stone Age. It's just what they're allowed to get away with now. Don't tangle and twist it now.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I would say, LeBron James and the player empowerment. Even though LeBron James has never been traded, he's always played out his contract. There's one thing I will say. I can say in his defense, he's never tried to break a contract, but his company Clutch has gotten people to do that. I'm not against. I've said this many a times on this show. I'm not against player empowerment, but what I am against is not honoring your fucking contract.
Mm-hmm.
And for one, player empowerment mixed with load management is what really got the ball going on this thing. And I told y'all, Greg Popovich is the one to blame for load management. He started that shit.
Yeah. Yep. I think because of the NBA, you're so much less replaceable than you were like in the NFL. Because it's that's what breed that now too. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say. It's like almost. I don't know. I think whenever they meet up again, a lot of this shit come out.
The owners are going to fry their ass in the next CBA.
A lot of this shit coming out.
The owners are going to fry the players in next CBA because of three players in particular: James Harden, Ben Simmons, and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
They're gonna fry him.
For the record, I just want to add, I don't think LeBron had anything to do with none of that. Can't blame him for what they was doing because, like you said, he honored his shit.
Oh no, yeah, no, I don't know. I would not put what Ben Simmons or James Harden or Kawhi Leonard. No, that's not LeBron. But as far as not honoring your contract, because a lot of the people who demand to get traded and sign a deal 1 year and then the next summer they want to be traded to this place or else, they're clutch clients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For the most
You mean
part.
sort of like Zach LaVine was fine and playing until trade rumors about Detroit hit, and then all of a sudden I'm opting for season-ending surgery.
Yep, there you go. And the contracts are only going to get bigger. They're only going to get bigger. Now, also other free agent news. Klay Thompson is official. When we talked about it on Monday, it was just a rumor about him going to Dallas. Now it's official. He is a Dallas Maverick now. 3 years, $50 million contract. So, So the Splash Brothers have is now a thing of the past. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end.
No, they the Splat Brothers now because now they got Buddy Hield, right?
Who? Oh, the Warriors got Buddy Hield?
Yeah, apparently it's locked in. They just finishing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know Steve Spurrier probably got a picture of Draymond Green in his office. You just throw darts at him every time.
Now, fellas, allow me to do a couple of things before I get comments on this Ryan Garcia topic. Ryan Garcia has been expelled by the WBC because of racist comments that he put on Twitter on the 4th of July. Ryan Garcia said he said F Muslims, they're weird people. He hates niggas. Mm-hmm. He's part of he's the KKK. He's anti-black. He wishes he could bring George Floyd back to life so he could kill that nigga again. End quote.
What?
So what I'm gonna do now is there's been multiple reaction. Okay. So allow me to bring this video on. This will just be quick. God damn it. This is not what I'm looking for. Okay, there we go. So this was initially Mr. Garcia's reaction to all of the backlash.
And guess what? I'm not apologizing for nothing. You ain't gonna catch me apologizing for nothing. The last time I apologized was never. So y'all can come try to touch me all y'all want. Shoot me if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, now not too long after that was a written apology saying I was just trolling. I was just trolling, blah blah blah. You know, I don't hate anybody. For starters, now look, again, I'm gonna give the floor to you guys in a second. Nobody likes laughing and joking and even trolling more than me, but that shit's not fun. Like, some shit just ain't funny. First of all, you're a person of color, and you KKK. Correct me if I'm wrong. The KKK wouldn't like you neither, Mr. Garcia. So, I mean, in all of the stuff that you may be going through and the mental stuff, you know, I was one of those people who thought that he could be getting railroaded as far as the whole PED thing because he spoke out against the industry. But trolling like this, that just don't make no damn sense. So I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna put a couple of people reaction on there. So shout out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life. I want you guys to listen to this.
Hey, check this out. Oh, I got my swag on. Hold up. JJ, I got one for you, dog. Ryan Garcia, what the hell wrong with you? What? You better never go to cell block 1. Ryan Garcia, you better not never get locked up. And listen, black men, I'm not promoting violence, but if Ryan Garcia don't get tripped somewhere, in some state, if he don't at least get tripped by some black man, some Muslim, something, somewhere, then I'm gonna identify as albino. I'm gonna identify as albino. Because Ryan Garcia, if you come down to Dixville, Georgia, come down to Brunswick, Georgia, and go all the way down MLK to the end, and then go to the left down Prince Street, and then go to the right on Gordon, and get out the car. It's a nice park right there. Get out the car and say, F you niggas. Get out the car and say it. And see if all that boxing and everything that you think, because you never been touched. You say you a guy, and you never been touched. So go to Dixville, go down Gordon Street, and say F you N-words. Now watch what happens. Whatever's wrong with your brain, whatever's going on with you, they're gonna get it right, all right?
Amen, hallelujah to that. I'm gonna keep it going. Hold on. Amen, because yeah, for real.
You might have a headache, but they're gonna fix whatever problem you got going on. Because you need a problem fixed. You need to be tripped once or twice. That mouth you got. But the brothers that was in the room with Ryan Garcia, how much money he paying you? How much money is enough money to let somebody just disrespect you like that? I'm glad I would have made me depressed. Let me drink some more of my beer. JJ, let me know if you need a sip, dog.
The crazy thing is that when Ryan Garcia made these posts and made these videos, it was a black dude in his house. And I'm like, what the hell?
I'm mad at the jokers. I'm mad at the jokers that was in the room with him, letting them do all that. They just good old self-hating coon. I just don't understand it. I do not understand why he ain't at least get tripped. You know, I heard Stephen Jackson speak up on it. Now he got to get a fight. Y'all, boxing commission, do not cancel his fight. Don't cancel his boxing. Let him get it back in there with Gervonta Davis and make sure he clean. And Gervonta get him straight with that left hand. Yeah, we want to see him whipped in the right way. Let him get back in there with. Matter of fact, no. Put him in there with what's the boy? Crawford. Put him in there with Terrence Crawford.
Oh my Lord.
Crawford will put a good beat on.
Woo!
Put him in there with Crawford. Make sure he ain't got no dope in the system, no cocaine, all that shit, whatever he on. Put him in there with Crawford, and that'll make the black community happy. Otherwise, it might. Anyway, he might get tricked with all that. He a god, and ain't nobody gonna touch it. That's crazy. If a black person, when Charleston White was saying all that, y'all were talking about killing him. So I mean, come on now. Are we so scared of Whitey that we gonna let this man just disrespect everybody? We know he got good hands, but what if we poke him in the goddamn eye?
Hey, look, shout out to Kwame Brown, Bust Life podcast. I love Kwame, but I mean, I love Kwame. He dead on, bro. I'm like, now I'm not sitting there saying don't, because he's suspended already. You know, that's not gonna happen. But what did you say to me earlier, Tony, about what they need to do with Ryan Garcia when he get back in the ring?
No, first thing he needs is a fight with an angry brother that understands what he said in terms of George Floyd.
That's
First fight. Put him to the
that,
front of the line. Don't give him no jobber. Don't give him no casual
No, give him
opponent. Matter of fact,
no
make
Twitter
him fight
follow.
back to back to back fights against angry black men and see how he feel.
that's
Calvin, what you think about that?
okay. What Tony just said hit right on the head. And Kwame Brown, and not to touch too much on him because it's not about Kwame Brown, just to me, just continues to be one of the stupidest niggas I've ever heard in my fucking life. For two reasons. Number one, he told some. Okay, first of all, he told a nigga not to go to jail. Anybody has ever been in jail, seen a show about jail, even can spell the word jail, know that jail is one of the most racially divided places in the world. All he would do was get up with the Spanish people and be good. Number two, he good with his fucking hands. So, and he's rich. Jail is probably one of the best places for him right now. Number three, he told him something he wished that he could, he wished he would have heard him. I don't care how angry, how black and proud you is. This is a professional boxer. He would have knocked your big ass out. Sit the fuck down, Kwame Brown. Okay, all that provide, all that, all I know a lot of niggas like that. That bravado and just talk real loud with a, you know, and that shit's stupid. I ain't talking about Kwame Brown no more. But all
I
that,
love Kwame Brown. I'm just gonna say that.
nobody's perfect. Anyway, he just say dumb
I
shit.
don't know. I
Just
don't
say
know
dumb.
about that though, because the UFC, some of them, especially in old school UFC, some of them boxers, the martial artists are coming in against the boxers, or the grapplers coming in, the street fighters coming in against the just straight up boxers.
Mm-hmm.
That fight be over in 10 seconds
But that
Right.
depends
because
on
all the
what
So how
boxers
rules.
got
That
their
depends.
hands.
how
That
many
depend.
how
That
many mixed
depends
martial
on what rules they are fighting by. But go ahead.
how many mixed martial artists
Now,
you
and I
think?
don't think Kwame Brown could fight though.
Now, what'd you
Exactly.
say? What'd
How
you say,
many
Calvin?
how many MMA fighters you think in jail you gonna be in jail? Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So anyway, but as far as like what he's going, what's the shit that's going on with in the whole is a fucking mess. The only way that we can fix this, number one, first of all, can he even fight Crawford?
Yes, he could fight Crawford.
Okay. The only way they can fix this is for unsuspend him, get him clean and sober, and let a nigga knock his ass out. Other than that, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Well, he's already on suspension for a year for the PED positive test for his April fight against Devin Haney. So he's already suspended.
He
But
already,
he the
so he
the
gonna
say
he gonna
what?
he come back in a year, be the cleanest sober, gave his life to other shit, and they gonna because if he was to come back, you know how much money they will take to fight anybody back good. If he come back right, if they suspend him and he served that shit out, basically they didn't give him nothing. Unless we get on a year and a day, he suspended a year and a day. They didn't really add anything to that. You dig what I'm saying?
That's what I was telling Tony earlier. I said, it was easy for the WBC to quote unquote expel him because he's already suspended. So what I was telling Tony is that, and he says the other major governing bodies will follow through, and they should. But he will fight again, and he will probably be fighting again in 2025 because, for one, there's so much money involved. He's probably he's maybe arguably the biggest draw in boxing. So he's going to fight again.
He's the
Now,
best.
you put him up against if you put him up, I would love to see him fight Terrence Crawford. I would love it. Bud Crawford would fuck him up
and make it on Martin Luther King Day.
and give him all black refs and black judges
Kwame Brown talking something. I wish
just
I
in
would.
case it's a decision.
Nigga, you was 6'1", you was damn near 7 feet, 25 years old, and was getting punked by niggas half your size. What you think you gonna do to a professional boxer?
I don't remember seeing Kwame Brown punked on the basketball court, but I mean, duly noted.
Well, allegedly Jordan made him cry.
Exactly. You got words are making you cry. Shut the fuck.
Hey, shout out Kwame Life Bust Life podcast. I ride with you, Kwame. But I mean, I don't discount your opinion, Calvin, because that is very when you say he better not come to cell block One, yeah, you're right. He would just go with the Latino people in jail, and he'd be straight. He rich. Yeah, valid points, bro.
Yeah.
Valid points. But I get what Kwame's trying to say. Somebody need to whoop his ass for talking that shit.
Man, that nigga got money. Ryan Garcia got money. He ain't going to cell block nothing with the Latinos unless he breaking them off something.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because he got money.
That's true too. I mean, but the avenue of what basically Kwame was trying to say is he need to get, you're not advocating violence, but somebody need to whoop his ass for that shit. Because it's just like, and it's clear, yeah, he spoke out against the Illuminati and all of this stuff. And, I got no problem here, but, Tony, you said you saw the comments, right?
Yeah.
And you think you really think anybody is buying that bullshit apology?
I mean, the agent PR, you got to put the PR spin out there, right?
Yeah.
You got to put the PR spin out there.
Yeah. Now, one more thing I would like to discuss with you guys before I turn it over to the political stuff. Now, you guys know how much I love Stephen A. Smith. Pause. But y'all know that I've been First Take has been my favorite show for the last dozen years. Well, Stephen A. is really. There's been a couple instances where Stephen A. has really pissed me off. One was that Dana White situation, and then two, he on his podcast, the Stephen A. Smith show, he criticized BET for honoring O.J. Simpson this past Sunday at the award show. So he said that he wouldn't have honored O.J. Simpson, but like,
What they honor for football?
Well, they were naming the people who have passed so far in 2024.
Yeah.
So they put his name up. They did a little, they did a tribute to the people who passed away, to the black people who passed away, and they put OJ up there. And I'm like, bruh, see, this is my thing. When it comes like, it just seemed like, who are you tap dancing for, bro? Even though that's not an actual question, it's really a rhetorical question. Like, nigga, are you joking? Like, if let's say that was some Caucasian person and they beat a murder trial, you would be telling people believe in the justice system, blah blah blah. Well, why can't that hold true with OJ? And it's actually been facts that have come out since he died that prove that he didn't do it. The dude who actually did it has been on death row since '95.
Oh yeah,
yeah. This dude named Glenn Rogers confessed to killing Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman during the fucking trial, but it got swept under the rug because the narrative was bigger with it being O.J. Simpson. And so he gets off. What's up, Leash? He beats the trial, and then people still want to, and it's fucked up because he really didn't do the shit. And then the fucking civil suit would find him liable. He wasn't even liable for that shit. I wouldn't get him. No disrespect to the families of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, but they wouldn't have seen a penny from me if I was OJ or his family.
What's the dude name you said? What that was?
Glenn Rogers.
Glenn Rogers.
So it was some other people. It was some other people who were pissed off at Stephen A's comments. I'm gonna bring this one on, and then that's the last video.
Oh hell!
Man, I don't know. Where do you niggas come from? Do they groom you? Where the fuck do you come from? You mad because BT is celebrating OJ? Who else gonna celebrate him? Are you fucking stupid? He was found innocent, nigga. In the court of law, the white laws. But your dick nose is gonna go on talking about how, are you crazy? You would have did this, you would have did that.
Man, they done messed around and got Big Worm mad. He ain't even got the big perm no more. But look at Big Worm, look like he ready to bite somebody.
Where the fuck do you niggas come from? Where the fuck do you niggas come from? I've never seen some lazy house niggas shit. You ain't even a house nigga. You the nigga that's sucking the house niggas' dick. Who the fuck are you niggas? That's what Kendrick's talking about. They are not like us. They are not like you. Fuck you, I'm talking about OJ. Nigga, are you crazy? You get
Yeah, the nigga died. He died. Ain't like they said he was the best nigga in the world. He just said he died. I don't know what Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what his problem was. I agree with you. Like that was some tap dancing shit you just did.
Yeah, man, the shit really pissed me off, man, because it's like, on the other hand, Dana White gets caught on camera slapping his chick twice. And he gets on national television the next day and says he's my friend. And Molly Karam gonna say we don't judge people at their lowest point. I'm like, that's all that show does, and it's my favorite show, but that's all they do. But that shit pissed me off.
That's all they
stop pretending like you don't know. Stop pretending like you don't know. When melanated people get off, it's a miscarriage of justice. When the calcium camels, milk and magnesia monkeys, golf balls, whatever you want to call them, they get off. You know, they were exonerated by a jury of their peers.
Exactly. You would say trust the legal process when it's somebody who don't look like us, but when it's us, it's something like that shit. That shit really pisses me off. I mean, because like you said, Calvin, nobody said that he was the best nigga. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the man just died. He didn't do the shit. He didn't do the shit that everybody want to pin on him. Like I was watching Judge Joe Brown a couple days ago. He was like, I saw the evidence of the case while the case was going on. I knew then that he was innocent. And as far as the jump that he did get put in jail for, the dude that had the gun, they didn't even know that nigga. They said
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing about OJ's trial. Well, two things actually. One, you basically a jury. Everybody sitting at home on a couch, watch that live was just a juror, because that's all a jury is. Somebody giving their opinion based on what's told to them. And in the big picture, the question that I've always had, that I said, if OJ was so guilty, why did Mark Furman plant the glove? That's indisputable.
Bruh, listen.
That's indisputable. So there you go.
Listen, OJ was. It's been documented that OJ was on a flight to Chicago. Was on a flight to Chicago at the time that the murders happened. Nicole also talked to her mother right before the murder happened, and those phone records were sealed for 75 years. You couldn't even use them in court because that would have proved his innocence as well. And it's like, but then when I hear shit like that, you should not be celebrating OJ. At least, like you said, he was still a big figure regardless. I mean, why not include him? I mean, like, come on, man. Like, are you joking?
You know what my takeaway real time?
Hold on, Tony. What were you saying, Calvin?
It seemed like every time the sports world needs an olive branch to the black culture, they call Stephen A. Smith. Like had Vince McMahon got caught smacking this bitch, I don't think he would have said nothing. Nope. Had OJ not played football and was a
bus driver,
a rapper, or anything else,
he'd have been in jail.
Anything other than sports, and he died and it went on the tribute. I don't think Stephen A. Smith would have said anything. It's like and I hate to sound like, I don't want to say that this conspiracy word because I don't want that squirrel nigga to pop up, but it's almost like when you're dealing with Disney and ESPN, like Disney got their finger different pies. Like I know they got it in the what's that shit, Dana White, the UFC shit. I know they got their shit in so many different ways, and BET is Paramount, and that's one of the Disney rival. They still trying to get that shit too. So of course they're gonna try to slander that shit. But yeah, I don't know why that was overreaching. You could have just, that was one of the instances where he could have just not said nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know they did the shit. Had I seen the shit when they did the shit, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. Because it's not like this. They say he died. And this is the tricky part. The nigga died. You know what I'm saying?
But then you got the family and Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman coming out public and criticizing BET too. With all due respect,
They don't even watch BET. Somebody BET, you think they know
exactly, bro.
how many episodes of Baby Boy you think they set through? You know, how many they sat and watched BET fucking Baby Boy on BET? You know what I'm saying? They not watching no fucking BET.
They not.
He
They
died.
not.
He died. And if the NFL still paid him up until, you know what I'm saying,
He still got his NFL pension.
You know what I'm saying? He paid his debts to society. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit really pisses me off because again, when that was
you can't
when that was Caitlyn Jenner, when that was Bruce Jenner killing niggas in Calabasas, it's you gotta respect the process of the justice system. But when it come to OJ, it's a whole nother story. That's fucking crazy.
You say, man, you can't demonize a man because he was found not guilty, and then turn around and put a nigga that has 35 fucking felonies
can run for president.
Speaking of the justice system thing, I don't think anybody actually appreciated. This is on the heels of Rodney King miscarriage of justice, but we got to respect that process, right? And the fact of the matter is, again, if Goldman's, you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at Mark Furman.
Yeah,
you understand? That was my disposition. Even if OJ, I'm with OJ. If I did it, guess what? Mark Furman cost him that case. That was my disposition about it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know whether he did it or not, but I do know for a fact that if I was one of them juries, I would have acquitted based on what a lot of them jurors said in terms of that. Their logic center said, why did you have to plant evidence? And you're a racist cop. And so,
fruit from the poisonous tree.
You've had cases where people got off, Caucasian people got off, and the jury interview polled afterwards said the state there were too many problems in the state's case, too many questions. What's different? Yeah. There's no difference.
None. Yeah, and it was and like I said, the real killer been on death row since '95. Calvin, he was her fucking maintenance dude, and he was a fucking serial killer.
So he didn't kill more than
what?
What's his name?
Glenn Rogers.
Glenn Rogers.
Just Google Glenn Rogers, Nicole Simpson.
Only problem with that dude is
it's a fucking Netflix documentary about the shit.
There have been questions about that dude though, so I ain't gonna put all my eggs in a basket with him because there are people out there, experts that are saying that this dude may have just been claiming it for clout because he already got bodies.
Yeah, he could have been put up to it, but sometimes they do that anyway. I watch a lot of like some serial killers, they just claim shit. You know, not saying that he did not. It ain't true that he couldn't have did it, but even if he did or did not do it, somebody confessing to a crime that you on trial for is reasonable doubt. It is.
Yeah, and the shit, like I said, that shit with Stephen A just pisses me off. I'm gonna still watch First Take. I'm always watch First Take because especially now that they got Shannon on there, I fuck with Shannon, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears, and all them. But that shit really pisses me off. He didn't even say it on First Take. He said it on his own podcast. But I'm like, nigga, cut it. Like, are you fucking serious?
Well,
like,
that don't make it less wrong. It do kind of.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It kind of take this thing out of it a little bit because that's his personal part. His podcasts have nothing to do with the machine that I like. That make him do a lot of shit he do. You know what I'm saying? But I guess just like a cop, you always on duty too. So he might be always on duty. He always beholden to their views and whatnot. So
yeah, because they're promoting his show.
Yeah,
they're promoting his show.
That was his opinion, I guess.
Yeah, every day you see that bar on the bottom of the screen that says Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So he still got to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
He still got to play the game.
Go on there and say some crazy shit, then they could, you know what I'm saying? If you go in there and say what Ryan Garcia said, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I guarantee you he gonna be up in arms about what Ryan Garcia said to try to get back in the good graces of the black community. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm keeping it 100 with you. So, excuse my phone ringing.
You the doctor?
Huh?
So
Did you say am I in a doctor's office?
Like using that phone. I ain't heard a house phone ring like that in a long time, guy. Hold on.
Hey, you stupid, bro. Yeah, man, I'm one of the few people on the earth that still got a house phone, my boy. It come with my Xfinity package, so you know it is what it is. But now, brass taxes. Before we get to conspiracy theories, what we got some political stuff to discuss. Tony, what you want to talk about? Yes, Brandon is old school. You motherfucking right. I don't care. I stand on it.
Okay. So I want to ask you, and I'll ask Calvin the same question. What do you want from your president?
Reparations. There you go.
Oh, we're not doing that again. I want you to be able to be functional and be able to run the country, be able to not lead us into World War III, goddamn. To start with. You know what I'm saying?
What else?
That's right there.
Reparations.
What do you want from a president that they literally can do? Let me rephrase that question, because that question has existed over and over and over. And so basically from now until the day we leave this earth, you're going to be asking a president for that same question, and it probably will never be answered, because we've already had, even amongst the black scholars, what do you pay black people? And who do you pay it to? Because everyone doesn't have descendants of slaves.
Exactly.
Everybody here is not a descendant of a slave.
Hey,
I am.
Me and Brandon got into it, and we did the math, and if Brandon had his way, we would be like, the budget would be what was it, like 112 trillion? Bigger than
trillion. Wait a minute, hold up. What are you talking about for each black person to get reparations?
Black person $150,000. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that ante is going up 500,000.
See?
So I ask again, what do you want from your president?
Well, to be honest with you, right now, just for general prices, for deflation, fucking inflation. That's what I want from the president.
Okay, so I'll address that one wish. You do realize that your wish would cause inflation immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Negroes got money, got more money. Thus, guess what? Walmart, Target, all of them know we got that money. And so everybody's price is going up. So that $150,000 is now about $15,000 because you're going to get price gouged.
Yeah, crab legs would be $7,000 a pound.
Yeah. I mean, that's real. That's real talk. It's not, that's the reason for inflation. A president doesn't necessarily can't control inflation per se.
They would have had.
It just don't work that way. The economy doesn't work that way. That's why the Fed is independent.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, what the Fed does and says, presidents don't generally like, because it's going to sometimes it will help their popularity numbers. Sometimes the Fed will hurt their popularity numbers with choices they make based on the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They would have had to do that shit in construction.
So anything else? Anything else? Anybody got anything else?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I said something, Calvin. What do you want?
He said what he wanted.
Oh yeah, just to run the country. Okay, yeah, you got it.
Okay. So the reason why I say that is because Joe Biden did the interview with George Stephanopoulos tonight, and it was a different Joe Biden. I suggest you watch it. Where he was saying, and there actually was reports out before that debate even happened that he was sick, which the immediate question was, why'd you go through a debate? Well, because the American public was expecting me to. That is what that is. I won't even get into that, because anybody with eyes can see a difference between those two things, and one thing is not like the other. And I'll just leave it at that. I gave the analogy the last time I was on here. On phone call with you, I gave the analogy. I got two uncles, and one is the older elderly type that's forgetful and moves slow and all this other stuff. He didn't always move slow, but he's older, and so he forgets shit and all this other stuff. But generally speaking, he's harmless. Then I got this other uncle that is just straight up lie to you. He lie about shit that happened when you was a child, and still lying to your face when you're an adult. As I said, one of those gentlemen is not like the other. But I'll leave that there, because at the end of the day, what most I think elections come down to is party. It comes down to party. So you asked, you said you don't like neither one of them because you were, they ain't done nothing for you and blah, blah, blah. So what I did is I'm going to run down some things to you and you tell me. So off top, I want to point out something. Representation matters. Does everybody on this podcast agree that representation, you want to be heard, you want people that look like you to represent you, correct?
Correct.
Because they're more than likely going to represent at least some aspect of your interests. Okay, it would surprise you to know how many Republicans, black Republicans, do you think are in the totality of Congress?
Congress?
Yep, Congress as a whole, House and Senate combined.
Ooh, I don't know. Is it between 20 and 30?
Brandon? No guess. It's 5 lonely niggas, and they lonely.
Now,
that's it.
I will say this. Now, this is from a historical standpoint. When you talk about black Republicans, I am not a Republican. I won't. I never will be. Now, my grandfather, Clarence L. Towns Jr., was the first ever black man invited to the Republican House, the Republican Party. He was. Never talk politics with him, and I'll just leave that there. The first ever black man invited to the Republican Party. They made jokes about it at his funeral because Tim Kaine spoke at his funeral and mentioned that, how he was the first black man invited to the Republican National Convention. And then, but when he was at the Democratic National Convention, when Obama was nominated to be president, he was there too. And they said they kind of ragged him when he was there at that as well. Just thought I would share that fun fact when you say.
Fair enough. George Jefferson was a Republican too. But fair enough. I ain't knocking, the history is the history, and different people have different reasons for choosing political parties. Yeah, one of the biggest tenets, is the capitalism dynamic. But never mind that. We're in an era today where
Calvin was trying to say something. Hold on. Go ahead, Calvin.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
We're in an era today, I think, where diversity matters. That's the word for the day, diversity. And yet you only have 5. You only have 5. And then even the Hispanics that you have, I didn't get into the number, but my question to everybody is, Ted Cruz really Hispanic? Or is he just a white dude with a Hispanic last name? My point to prove to that is representation matters. On one side of the fence, you do have the Jasmine Crockett's, the Hakeem Jeffries. You got the people with actual voices, and their voices are loud. And they have our interests at heart. Stacey Plaskett. I forget the sister where we live. The sister that keep her foot, like she said, I keep my foot up Glenn Youngkin's ass. She said that in a rally the other day. And she does. So I guess y'all figured out where we live. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The whole point is representation matters, and it's always mattered. And they're not trying to be all inclusive. I'll get to that in a minute. But just a rundown of things. And I'm going to tell you the difference between parties, because that's ultimately what it comes down to. It comes down to one party's agenda versus the other party's agenda. We hear the far right agenda. We hear this leftist agenda. That's the whole talk about everything. Most jobs in history, which equals inflation. I was talking about that a minute ago. More American-made products. The infrastructure plan, meaning roads, clean water, internet in every home, bridges, fighting pollution. Drug prices have dropped. That particularly affects me and my family. Anybody that you got got any drugs, prescriptions, whatever, any family members, you'll be thankful for that. Veteran benefits, gun legislation. Tomorrow it's going to be a mass shooting somewhere. Who's trying to stop that, and who's trying to fight for the side of the NRA? Our Second Amendment. We need to keep guns. We got to have a Uzi and an AR-15 to hunt our deer. Right? We got to have a rocket launch in our crib to hunt our deer.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, a rocket.
LGBTQ and interracial couple rights. You see, it doesn't stop with the LGBTQ thing. Clarence Thomas wants to repeal that, so it's illegal for gay people to get married if they want to. And what follows behind that? That same law protects interracial couples. So for y'all that got a Becky, you better hold on to her, hide away, because they're trying to take her away. You don't want that.
Becky with the good hair. Is that Becky with the good hair? Goddamn son of a bitch.
He re-strengthened our ties with NATO, where most of the countries around the world did not trust us under the Trump administration because they knew there was a fool at the reins. Reproductive rights, that goes without saying. And it goes so serious that, the reproductive right dynamic, they want to now try to ban birth control. So never mind abortion. The argument was you're taking a life. What's the argument with birth control? You're preventing a life?
Yeah.
Student debt relief. That goes without saying. 20 million people. Student debt relief. You understand? Don't nobody want to start out life in debt. Nobody wants to start out life in debt. You be digging your way out of a hole for 20 years. You went to school for 4 and digging your way out of a financial hole for 20. It's ridiculous.
Why drop that?
Pardon weed offenses. Weed offenses. If you were in jail because of marijuana, you got a pardon. That's amazing considering, in our country's history, the reason why people are getting locked up behind that, because it feeds that prison industrial complex for anybody to step in and say, okay, we're going to change the way we deal with this. And these people, since we're making it legal in all these states, even if it's not nationwide, it's only right we let these people out of jail because it's the right thing to do. Can we agree on that? George Floyd Policing Reform Act, Brandon. It literally left the Oval Office and was expected to be ironed out. One Tim Scott was the one lonely nigger, colored, porch monkey, coon, spade. For those that think that's not an offensive word, they sent him forth to be their delegation of black people. They don't know that. Like we returned that nigga, years ago. Tim Scott. As soon as I seen him with that red tie standing next to one of the Republicans, he got returned. Dave Chappelle got rid of him on the delegation. Anyway, simply because the Republicans have been the party that believe in qualified immunity. They do not want police officers prosecuted for their actions out here in these streets. Whereas the Democrats have been saying there needs to be a federal agency that exclusively does those investigations instead of these in-house investigations that never seem to go anywhere. We've done our investigation and, we haven't found any wrongdoing. Well, that's not because you're not really trying to convict Officer Smith, so that's why that got shut down. Climate change. Again, if you're paying attention, one party's against climate change and trying to pass Green New Deals to save the planet. The other one is trying to protect oil money. So natural, they want to do the natural gas thing and keep digging, and it's just tearing the world up. So I'm gonna go on. I'm not trying to keep y'all forever, but it's a list because you said, what has he done? So I wanted to run down a list of things that literally have been done that may affect you directly or may affect you adjacently. You just don't realize it. So record number of women and people of color in his administration. How many of our faces did you see in the previous administration? There was one. And she got up out of there. She got fired, whatever, Omarosa. So you had Black Snake and Orange Snake. They couldn't coexist together. That's the only reason why she was out of there. But she represented the black delegation in the last White House. That's not true in this one. 500 different executive orders involving immigration. The last one being an actual bill that was worked with conservative Republicans, and they came to a deal. And before it was supposed to go to Biden's desk, one former president called and said, do not support the bill. It would give Biden a political win. Thus, they said, never mind immigration. So we beating all these drums about immigration, but because it'll hurt it'll help Joe Biden in the election. Let's never mind. We ain't worried about the border now, but we'll keep talking about we need to close the border. So that's all the Democrat stuff. From the Republicans' perspective, things that they did. Their very first course of action is they sued the White House because they wanted them to declassify the COVID documents to uncover the COVID conspiracy. That's the very first thing they did. The second thing they did is the Biden administration tries to try to pass a criminal code in the District of Columbia, DC. I don't know if y'all remember when that congressman got carjacked.
Yeah, I heard
up there in DC. Right. So they wanted to pass a criminal code. Nope, can't do that. We're going to reject that because no particular reason. Because it would be a good thing if they did. So I said before, kill all Green New Deals under the auspices taking jobs from people. Well, guess what? If you're just switching over to green, somebody got to do the damn job just like they did with oil. But they want to keep doing the oil thing because the oil provides them kickbacks. It funds their campaigns, it buys their fancy cars, et cetera, et cetera. That's what the deal is. Oh, next order of business. That's so important to the other party, Republicans. They got to investigate Hunter Biden. Got to investigate Hunter Biden because he matters so much because he's the president.
No.
Hello?
Yeah,
I gave the pregnant pause because that's the obvious question that people. He matters so much because he's the president.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no. It matters so much because Hunter Biden's the president, or because Joe Biden's the president.
No, Hunter Biden, because all they talked about for the past 4 years, Hunter Biden's laptop, Hunter Biden this, Hunter Biden that, Hunter Biden, Hunter. And when they find nothing, it's now it's some kind of cover up for Hunter Biden. Well, Hunter Biden got convicted, and he likely may face another conviction. And maybe he's going to go to jail. So why are you still Hunter Biden? So anyway, the next order of business, let's impeach Alexander Mayorkas because the border, people killed coming across the border and record. Well, gee, you had a chance to close the border, but you don't want to close the border, but you still want to impeach the dude that's responsible for closing the border. It makes no sense. The whole time, 4 years, let's impeach Biden. Marjorie Taylor Greene with her donkey face ass put orders of impeachment up on Joe Biden before he swore in as president. Before he was president, she's already got impeachment things ready. Soon as he won the election, we're gonna impeach him. So it just shows a mindset. Next order of business, I guess, is investigate anybody Trump says investigate. Like anybody, you, me, whoever. Next order of business, we have to remove Kevin McCarthy. Why? Because he worked with Democrats. He did his job and actually worked with Democrats. So we got to remove him, which they successfully did. We got to ban abortion because the abortion ban that the Supreme Court approved, that repealing Roe versus Wade wasn't enough. So now we have to go individually, state by state, and make sure we take away all of women's rights in these individual states. But if they thinking that they're gonna get around us, we gotta ban birth control too, because they gotta spit out them babies. The problem with that, and I don't think they kind of understand that it's always been a numbers game here in this country, and if more white faces are born, certainly more brown and black faces are going to be born as well. So I don't understand the logic there. Defending the gun lobby, I already talked about that. Defending the NRA, no matter what. Gerrymandering maps. You got a segment of black people that ordinarily would represent a certain voting block. The Republicans' game has always been to squeeze every nigga they can into one little corner of the state so that they only get that one voice, when really we're spread out all over the state. So we deserve 2 districts. They don't want to give us 2 districts, so that means an extra seat in the House. Some of this stuff I know is boring to you, sir, just in general, but this is realistically what's going on.
I'm learning.
Voting rights cases. every time somebody says I was deprived of the right to vote, why is it a Republican standing there saying, "Oh no, you didn't deserve the right to vote because this, that, and the other"? I guess the biggest example of that is you have a convicted felon running for president, but yet all these felons around the country can't vote.
That's the shit that trips me
For
out.
that, even if they're voting for that guy.
That's
but I suppose if they were voting for that guy, it would be okay, right?
That's the shit that trips me out. I'm like, how can you have one felony on your record, you can't vote, but yet you got a guy who's been convicted of 34 felonies and you can run for president. Oh, that's the only in America shit right there, bro. That's the only in motherfucking America shit right there, bro. Straight up. Make that one make sense.
So the next three things all tie together, but I'm gonna give the first one first because it literally ties together with the other two. It makes the other two make sense. CRT. Why is it so important to them? Critical of their race theory. They don't want to talk about their history and the role that they played in this country and have played through history here. Well, what do you got to do? You got to ban the books. You got to get rid of the books that tell the story. Thus, who's doing all the book banning? You don't see not one Democratic face talking, hey, we need to ban them books. We need to get rid of them books. Nope. Who also was trying to protect the Confederate statues, the Confederate history. Think about it. It's not real hard. It's not real hard. Those two things tie in together with that whole critical race theory thing. They want to eradicate all history of anything that anybody non-melanated did to anybody melanated in this country's history, but they want to preserve the history of non-melanated monkeys that either enslaved or supported the enslavery of melanated people.
Jim Crow.
And this is all coming from one side. Not one Democrat have you ever seen talking about, yeah, we need to keep that General Robert, we need to keep that Robert E. Lee statue up there. Yeah, I should be able to hang my Confederate flag. Exactly. Is it weird that it kind of coincides with Make America Great Again hats? Confederate flags, Make America nobody? David Duke supported the dude at the very beginning. The white nationalists always supported the dude. And which brings me to my final thing, Project 2025. If you haven't read it, go out and read it. One of the architects was on TV the other day, and they're so bold now. This dude saying that the leftists has always had an agenda and blah blah blah, and basically he said we don't want bloodshed, but if the leftists won't go along, then bloodshed may be necessary. So they are saying basically, preemptively saying that they're prepared to start a war over this shit to maintain everything that I said.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the Project 2025, not at all. Not at all.
Well, again, if you don't fuck with them, then you don't fuck with the Republican Party, nor do you fuck with the candidate that's representing the Republican Party, because this is somebody he plans on placing dead square in his administration. Now, he tried to make something. This is how you know what I am saying is true, because he issued a statement. Was it today? I was made aware of it that I don't have any affiliation with Project 2025. I don't know these people.
Trump said that.
That tells you all you need to know. Huh?
Trump said that?
Yes.
Well, that's like saying he ain't got no affiliation with the Proud Boys, but we all know what's up with that.
So it's all of these things, and then the hijacking of words by their side of the fence. Certain words we know the meaning to, but they've gotten like woke. They've labeled anybody that disagrees with their agenda as the woke mob. Anybody that believes in liberty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of your own fucking happiness, whatever it is part of the woke mob. You don't even know what woke. You don't even know the origins of the word. You just tossing it around, calcium camel. It irritates me. And then anytime you bring up the obvious elephant in the room that always has existed in this country, you're playing the race card. It's a sad day when you get to the point where black people are trying to call you out for using the race card. Other black people, I'll leave it nameless, but other black people, you say you're going to use the race card. Nigga, do you realize where we are? Do you realize what's going on? Maybe not. And then the whole leftist agenda, already talked about that. Anything that goes against, the way their status quo, it's a leftist agenda. They're trying to take over America. They're trying to destroy America. We're trying to destroy the America that always has been America, where people of color and people that are different than your general white Christian ideology always were oppressed. So if that's what we're trying to destroy, trying to move ship to a different mindset.
Here's the thing that I could say on behalf of myself. I'm anti-hate. I'm anti-hate. I am pro-black, and that's not, but that I can be both. But I'm very anti-hate. I'm pro-love. But the thing about it is, if you really look at the true history of this country, that's never been the case with this country. I mean, that's what frustrates me the most about the country. It's like, and this has nothing to do with the race card, because this has nothing to do with the race card. What I'm about to say is that, does the race card is pulled because it exists. It's always exists. But even more so than that, the one race, the one color that this country puts before anything is green. And the morals of both political parties and pretty much the morals of this country fucking sicken me. They fucking sicken me. This is just me speaking for myself. It's disgusting. All of the stuff that we were taught under that bullshit ass curriculum that we were brought up in school, taught in school. Man, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for my kids when they have to learn the history subject in this country, because it's tainted. It's tainted. It's not accurate. And, like my daughter's running around, bless her beautiful heart, running around saying, "Happy Independence Day, Daddy." And I can't get into it. I'm like, yeah. That's really the way I would answer. Just like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Because I don't want to ruin it for her, but I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah.
I'm glad you said that, sir. I was on the phone with a friend of mine who is a teacher, and she represents teachers conference here. And she was talking about things they brought up at the conference that will get teachers fired should they decide to infuse into their curriculum to their students. You'd be surprised what that list entails. But she said something. She said to me, what happened in Idaho and what happened in Louisiana, don't be surprised if they try to implement it here in Virginia. And so I wrote that down as the last two things on this paper, speaking to your child, since yours are still the school age. Force their religion into schools, which is the white Christian nationalism. Literally. That's what she's saying that agenda is supporting. So never mind if you Muslim, never mind if you're not, never mind if you just want your kid just to go to school to learn physics or English or whatever. They're going to force feed this thing because their notion has always been based, this country always has been based around that very thing. And all the way back to these so-called forefathers, these criminals that basically hijacked somebody else's country. They would own and beat their slaves Monday through Saturday and then take their ass to church on Sunday and act all pious. And so this white Christian nationalism movement, and that's how they're cloaking their true intentions. You have to put the word white in front of it, not Christian movement, because I think that there are other people per se that may be on board with certain aspects if it weren't being forced down your throat. But if I wanted my kid to go to a parochial school, I would send them to a Christian academy or whatever. And everybody can't afford that. But more importantly, again, what if your faith is different? So now it's not even freedom of religion. You have to accept this if you're going to go to this school, because our government said every school is going to do this. It doesn't stop at just the 10 Commandments being posted in every school. Next thing you know, you're going to have to say our prayers and worship our white Jesus in every school. And then at home, what? They're going to say, well, it's your job to, whatever your interpretation to Jesus, you teach your kid, but your kid has to listen to what we tell them at school. you know,
And I
but you
think
don't,
that
but
I think that
CRT, but you want to get rid of the history of this country though.
and I think that that's terrible. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to play the race card. And if there's people that are non-melanated watching the show, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have for you, but it's a necessary conversation. Again, I'm not I'm not pro anything when it comes to hate. I am pro love. I am anti hate. I love everybody. I don't care what your nationality or what your gender. I love everybody. But it's the conversations that need to happen because there's people out there that still that hate the fact that me and Tony even have the freedom to talk like this, particularly on a platform where anybody in the world can see it. And it is, I mean, and this is what disgusts me about both political parties. This is what disgusts me about this nation, where you do have a group of people who are so judgmental. This is a nation of immigrants. Majority of the motherfuckers in this country is a fucking immigrant, including Caucasians. Unless you are indigenous, you are an immigrant. If you are black, you're an immigrant. You white, you're an immigrant. You Latino, you're an immigrant. Asian, you're an immigrant. Middle Eastern, you're an immigrant. So it's all just the power trip, man. And also all it is the power trip, and it's fucking played out. That's just my
Can
opinion.
I clarify something? Clarify two things you said. One, notice one party actually looks like a bunch of immigrants. I said that from the very beginning. When you look at the Democratic Party, they look like a bunch of immigrants. They got all kinds of people and all, you know, Muslim women, it's that and the other. You couldn't name a Muslim in the Republican Party because they're terrorists and they wouldn't have them. But never mind that. I'm pro-hate on one subject involving race. I want to be clear to your listeners about something. When I say white and I start talking like that, white friend out there, Bob, Bill, Christina, Sue Ann, I'm not talking about you. You don't control shit but what you control daily. Everything that I ran down is a system based under the white establishment that's always existed to maintain, and all of these things are to maintain that power. They feel power is slipping away, which is why they're desperate in trying to do these things.
You can call it what it is, not white establishment, white supremacy. You can call it what it is.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what it is. So if you are Caucasian out there and you were listening to it, make no mistake, I'm not talking about you. You get up, you go to work every day, and all you can control is how many times you shit and what you eat for dinner. I'm talking about those that are beyond you, that work in the shadows, that are 99.9% Caucasian. They might have one off-white person, but I guarantee you it ain't no brothers or nothing really involved in that. You got a few stepping Fletchers that think they can get pulled into it, think they're going to get some kind of power, but it's not going to happen, Tim Scott. It's not going to happen, Byron Donalds, no matter how much you go and embarrass yourself in barbershops in Atlanta and the niggas run your ass up out of there.
Yeah,
because that was
Walker.
funny. Look up that video with Byron Donalds and Tim Scott and the other black dude in the barbershop down in Atlanta. They thought them brothers was gonna be on board with them. They told them, nigga, man, if you don't take your tap dancing ass up out of here, because Chuck D said it years ago, every brother ain't a brother because he black. So, you know, we already know that. But anyway, so that's all I really wanted to say, because in the big picture, I think people get sidetracked on dumb shit and stuff that really, you know, it doesn't bother. It doesn't matter. It bothers me, but it doesn't matter. And when we to a point where we debating about whether somebody got a wing ding or a vagina underneath their dress, like who gives a fuck? For real, in the big picture, I don't. It ain't my woman or man, so I don't care about that. These are things that matter. This determines our future, and none of that other stuff matters. This is, in our lifetimes, the most consequential election because there's never been anything like this. Never been a person that was a threat to us like that. And if you make one of these people that have that white supremacist mentality, if you make them a king, you think about it. You figure out the math. That's all I got to really say. They're killing us in the streets with impunity as it is. We're getting cute. If you're wearing a badge, we get killed with impunity as it is. You make somebody like that a king, what do you think happens? peace, love, harmony.
Fair enough, my boy. Definitely, fair enough.
You'll have Ryan Garcia, a whole bunch of Ryan Garcias coming out. I don't have to apologize for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some that like he even talking about I was trolling, man. That's some fuck shit right there, man. But you know what? Yeah, so all right. Well said, sir.
One of these things is not like the other, sir. In the big picture, you want blood from a stone. That's not the way the mechanics actually work. The only way you can actually affect change is affect change. And, to some degree, the system is kind of rigged against that. But it's slowly but surely changing. And that's why they're desperate, because it is slowly changing. I get what you're saying overall, but I think most people understand how things work. Executive actions from a president. President is not a king. He can say certain things, that he's going to do certain things. And then when he goes to pass it, when it comes to get the funding from it, it all comes from the House. So the president can't say, hey, give $10 million to this or whatever, blah, 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 without ultimately that money being okay. And if you have a Republican House, a party that's totally against and not going to work with the president, who views you as a traitor and wants to remove you as Speaker of the House, if you do work with the president, because that's your job, you're there to represent all of the American people, whether you red or blue. And they don't seem to understand that nowadays. It's so divided that you never get anything done. So you can bring all the laws and stuff. You do what you can, basically, and you put them in positions like the infrastructure deal. They put them in a box. Biden put them in a box because guess what? Republicans got raggedy ass roads too. Them trailer parks got potholes. They need to be filled. So just like the Affordable Health Care Act, they were all against it when Obama first put it in. You know this. However, once they figured out that, hey, wait a minute, my Susie has been on meth for I don't know how long, and she can finally get treatment because of the Affordable Health Care. Wait a minute, this ain't so bad. And then they started trying to claim it and own it, to some degree. You had some hard asses that still were trying to appeal it, but the ones that were actually in districts where their constituents needed it say, hey, leave it alone. Never mind, leave it alone. Obama's out of office, leave it alone, whatever. That's the only time stuff gets done, when both sides, when the other side sees something that they can turn to their political advantage. Well, outside of that, no, because they're going to stall it as much as they can, because they don't, even the stuff that they agree on, they don't want to give the other side a win. And in my lifetime, I've actually seen Democrats and Republicans work together. This is a new thing. This is the animosity that's been created by the MAGA culture in the government, because people did work together at one point. They at least got some stuff done. Now it's if you work with the other side, work the Democrats, they're going to try to kick you out the party. That's how they think now. Even if it's stuff that will benefit you, unless your constituents literally come up and complain and put you on blast about it, then they'll work with them. But even then, you gotta, okay, we'll work with them on this part. But if it's too much this, then no, we won't work with you. So it's crazy. But I get what you're saying about the overall frustration with government. But you have to understand, you have one side that's trying to do things, and the other side is trying to oppose things. That's why I wrote down the things that everything the Republicans have done. They put not one legitimate bill that would benefit this country forward since they've had control of the House. Not one. But they put forward them investigations, though. Them hearings, we got to get Hunter Biden's laptop and impeach Joe Biden and all this other stuff. But they won't do anything. And that's been their whole thing.
All right.
So
you're
choosing a party, son. You're not choosing it. You're not choosing it. You can choose the harmless, maybe going senile old man. Maybe not. Who knows? He said he didn't look senile tonight. You're choosing between that and you choosing the corrupt, deranged old man. Okay. It's not a hard choice. It's not hard.
Fair enough.
Hopefully in 4 years, Biden's just a placeholder. In 4 years, you'll have two fresh candidates, one that is not MAGA, that truly wants to represent the Republican Party again, and you'll have a younger Democrat, and then things can kind of start working again. and
Or how
all of the
about a
vitriol and all the pettiness and the maggots will go away. The trash
how
ass
about a
people will go back
younger
to the hole they crawled out of.
how about a younger independent? Hey, there we go. How
Well,
about
and the funny thing about independents are Democrats or they're
I'm talking about
Republicans.
myself. I'm talking about
I'm saying,
myself.
and I am saying to you, independent is a Democrat or a Republican at their core. They are. Joe Manchin, who now is an independent, always was kind of a Republican, really. And Bernie Sanders, who was an independent, was always kind of a Democrat. They just all these extra terms, left center and right center, and all this other bullshit. I'm a right center independent, and no.
All right. Well, look, I gotta I gotta let my man's talk. So
Yeah. Hey, knock yourself out, bro. I'm just delivering the message for those that want to hear the message, want to hear the actual facts. Everything I said, you're welcome to fact check, and you're welcome to call me out on it once you fact check it. But come back to me with legitimate fact sources if you're going to fact check. That's it. That's really all I got to say about that.
Okay. All right. Well, my man Tony, he said he had a lot he wanted to say, and definitely,
Oh, I didn't get to talk about Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka. Pardon shot about Waka Flocka.
Okay.
Because you can actually pull this up if you like to put the little thing up there just to fact check me. So Waka Flocka has recently said that he does not identify as black. He said he is Indian and something else, but he says he is not a black man. And he also recently professed his love for one Donald Trump. So you make of it what you will. The reason why I started with the first thing first, because they tell you this nigga's insane. Because what do you see? What do I see? And what does he think everybody see? Last time I checked, what was Waka Flocka?
He's black.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify. Talking a
whole lot of gang shit. So, anyway, homeboy, I'm gonna get at you, baby boy.
All right, man.
All right, man. Later. All right. Everybody's vote is everybody's opinion. Tony was just dropping that, he was dropping that knowledge. And, again, my frustrations come with a country that is just out of fucking control. That is just truly out of control. So, I'm waiting for Rob to come join me, to come on out over here and join me backstage. It was just here. I mean, yeah, this was a long talk, but it is your segment of the show now, sir. So, everybody's gone. It's just me. So, come on, jump back on. Yeah, I mean, my nigga talk Rob, my nigga talk Rob right out of backstage. My nigga was, I mean, look, hey Leash, you read the comments, you read the chat, the shit, it'd be crazy. I'm waiting for my boy to come on, jump back on. I mean. I knew Tony had a couple things he wanted to say. I didn't know it was going to go as long as it did, but it did. I mean, and everybody has everybody. I give everybody the floor to say what they want to say. I'm giving everybody the floor to say what they want to say and how they want to say it, and also, because we've done the whole debate style thing, and sometimes. That doesn't work all the time. Sometimes I have to take somebody on camera or take somebody off camera in order for the stuff to go. No, I wasn't gonna let nobody go another hour, bro. Come back, man. Just come jump. Just come on, man. I give you all the time you want, bro. No, I give you all the time that you want, bro. So that's up to you, homie. That's up to you. Now, again, my issue when it comes to my issue with politics, I mean, it's in my blood. This is kind of why I guess I'm low key getting interested the older I get. But you know, the older I get, and I pay attention to the things, particularly things that can affect, you know, my children's future. You know, it's just I don't like again, and I'll stand firm. I'll stand pat. I don't fuck with none of them. None of them. I don't fuck with Republican, Democrat, none of that shit. None of that shit. But I mean, this Project 2025 shit, nah, bro. Nah, bro. So I mean, Rob, the people here is waiting for you. And people on here is waiting for you, my guy. But yeah, I watched this movie that was sent to me. It was called The Greatest Show on Earth, 2023. It was a documentary. You know, I told my boy yesterday that, hey, I hope he is getting prepared. It was his documentary, and it didn't move the needle for me as far as how I feel about none of it. You know, because anybody who does a film, a show, anything, anybody can control the narrative about who's going to be the hero and who's going to be the villain. Like a documentary about a Democrats could easily make Joe Biden seem to be the hero and Trump the villain, or a documentary could make Trump be like the hero, or and Biden and Barack and all that stuff the villain. That stuff doesn't move the needle for me. Because all of that's we were talking about it earlier when I was talking about Stephen A. Smith with the whole O.J. Simpson comments. I'm not here for it with that. I'm not for it. You know, because it's like, bruh, why, like, you're going out your way to trash a person who, one, is dead, and two, who was found innocent in the court of law almost 30 fucking years ago. So when Faison Love comes on and he says what he say, everybody know I ride with I'm a Stephen A. fan, but it's a couple of things that he's done over the last couple of years that's honestly gotten on my damn nerves. So then that's just another example of how things can be manipulated if the platform that you're on, that you can control the narrative. This is Faison Love again in regards to Stephen A's OJ comments.
This is Stephen A. Smith, man. I don't know. Where do you niggas come from? Do they groom you niggas? Where the fuck do you come from? You mad because BT is celebrating OJ? Who else gonna celebrate him? Are you fucking stupid?
Hold on. Can you stop
He was
this?
found innocent, nigga. In the court of laws, the white laws.
What up, homie?
Because first,
welcome to the set.
First,
that Jack fucking you up right now, boy.
No, Faison Love. Faison is one of the Faison is Faison is one of them house ninjas. He's a house ninja. He's a big house ninja. And you know how he a house ninja? Cause he got wait a minute, what's that phrase that Tony be using about
Uncle Ruckus?
No.
Steven from Django?
Faison has he has a Caucasian persuasion, and when they get them, the wives don't do no interviews. They keep their mouth shut, so they're more handlers. Mark what I told you, because they give them to the NBA players too.
Got you. Okay.
So now, with that in context, and Faison running his mouth, I'm not giving none of that no validity. None.
Yeah, well, you're pretty much you're not fucking with the messenger, but the message in regards to
Listen,
the avenue.
listen. And we went over this a couple of weeks ago. I tried to explain to you how this 5D warfare, fifth generation warfare works. They're gonna press any little button that works, and they're gonna go and get some jive respectable names. I'm not gonna try to sit here and defend what Ryan Garcia said, or because now with this fifth generation warfare, are we sure that that's even him? I can't be sure that that's even him, because now let's follow this swing in this trajectory of this. He came out, I guess he was making a little name for himself.
How long ago?
I mean, I don't know. I follow boxing through you.
I mean, Ryan Garcia is 25 years old. He reached an extreme popularity. I want to say about 4 years ago, when he was about 21 years old. Ryan Garcia, I mean, because he has like millions and millions of social media followers. Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna tell you who Ryan Garcia remind me of. Antonio Brown. He's like a boxing version of Antonio Brown.
Okay, I can go with that.
Where he is just, he's obsessed with social media and the clicks and likes and comments, which I don't understand, because again, like 25 years old, okay, you grew up in the social media era. That's what it is. But you're obsessed by comments coming from people that 9 times out of 10 you ain't never gonna meet. 9 times out of 10 that you've already gotten more financial gain in your life than most of the people who are commenting ever will. And he's obsessed. Like, I was watching a video today and he was like, we're at 11.54 thousand. Like, he's literally like, that shit is so fucking important. I mean, I guess that's this generation. It ain't that fucking deep with me. Yes, I'm doing a podcast. I guess you can call me a content creator. Nigga, I will never be obsessed with, even if this shit start bringing me money.
You're not letting me finish.
I'm not going to be obsessed with this shit. Go ahead, bro.
Distractions. He's a distraction.
Okay.
But he's a distraction.
Okay.
And they're pulling the race card. They are pulling the race card. And part of what's really upsetting me is everything that Tony was saying. That's what they're actually doing. Like a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds. They are actually doing that shit. And they're using color to hide behind what they're doing, so they can point fingers. And then they're scaring people half to death. I've actually gotten into arguments with fistfights. I've gotten into fistfights with people and arguments with people. But see, this what happened for me. So first, I was in the Army, 101st Airborne Division, right? So one day, all the E6s pull us together for formation. They pull out this picture with, now I'm gonna have to go ahead and, with John McCain on it.
Okay.
With some of the people that at the time we had orders to go at their ass. You feel? You feel what I'm saying? Like on site. like on site, like because they was bad enough, like they might be inside the country on site. Like you keep your eyes open because these motherfuckers shifty like that. And that's when I learned I heard about um Barry Soruto, Barack Obama. But when I heard the information, it was coming from a sergeant, a white guy that most of the black soldiers didn't like, and he made it hard. It made it hard to listen to what he was saying. So I worked with him. I told him he needed to tone his message down and take the color out of it. Because you have to it was hard for him to understand, right? That people are not gonna, especially at that time, people are not gonna accept a overbearing white sergeant trying to tell them about a black man that's about to come up. You don't want to hear about him getting fellatio, but you find out that it's true. Yeah.
Talking about what, Barack getting head?
Yeah.
From who?
You don't know that story? The dude is dead.
Well,
You don't know that story?
You got head from a guy?
Yes. Got some coke too. But the guy is dead. I'm trying to, but see, at that point in time, I wasn't ready to hear it, but I could see it. Like what the hell was going on? Because at that time they were forcing us to take the anthrax, forcing a soldier to take an experimental.
Hold on. Anthrax. Now, what year was this? What year was this?
This would have been like 99, 2000.
That's when you was in the military.
That's I was about getting out. I was at Fort Campbell.
I got you. Okay, I got you. All right, I got you.
Making a soldier take something lethal like anthrax, that's against the Geneva Convention. You can't make me take that, and you can't chapter me out because I won't take it either. And actually, the introduction of it, that you would use it as a vaccine, is actually a form of warfare, is a form of attack, just like COVID was. COVID is not a fucking narrative. These people about to hang, and that's part of the reason they're so nervous. If you listen, you see part of the reason you have a hard time believing some of this shit is because you don't have an evil bone in your body. And I'm not talking about mad. I'm not talking about angry. I'm not talking about mad or angry. I'm talking about a mean, devious. You don't.
Yeah, that's not my MO. No.
See, you're not gonna go and pick up no 9 and run in no store real quick.
Man, I got kids, nigga. No.
Yeah. You're not gonna go and hop in your car and go and spray somebody up and spin the block.
No, that's not who I was raised to be, sir.
Yeah. See, so you're not going
even when life pushed me over the edge. I honestly, and this is real shit, the only person I would have ever hurt was myself, not anybody else.
Exactly. See that right there. Life puts some people over the edge, and they go to selling their ass, men and women, or they go to robbing stores. They go to selling drugs, a whole lot of things.
Tried that, didn't work. I mean, it wasn't me. Not selling the ass part. Talking about selling the narcotics, but that just wasn't me. That wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't who I was.
So anyway, these people have drawn.
And when I say tried that, I wasn't saying that in a way of pride. It's just, anyway. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
These people have colored the boundaries and confuse. They need to confuse this so much. And why Hunter Biden's laptop is so important is because Hunter Biden's laptop, along with Uma Aberdeen's laptop, when they got these people's laptops, it sold all the cases together.
Who the fuck
And
is Uma
then,
Thurman?
huh? Who is Uma Aberdeen?
Yeah, I said Uma Thurman. Yeah.
That's a good question. Thank you for allowing me. Uma Aberdeen is Anthony Weiner's wife.
Who's Wiener?
Anthony Weiner is the senator that got caught sending the little girls pictures of himself.
Oh no!
And his dumbass, when they went and got confiscated his phones and laptops and confiscated her phones and laptops, that's when they realized that the goddamn is Islamic and the Islamic regime is hiding out in our government, and Hillary Clinton is involved. I can't say the name of it right now. It's getting past me. I'm gonna find it in a second. But yeah, so that's how all the laptops are involved.
Well, I hope nobody ever searched my fucking laptop. No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just joking.
So Uma Aberdeen was Hillary Clinton's right hand. That's gonna lead back to the Frazzle Drip, the movie I was telling you about.
What's it
Where
called?
Frazzle Drip.
Okay.
Where Hillary Clinton and Uma Aberdeen ate the little girl, they took her face off. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You show me that shit. That shit nasty.
Shit fitting to get wicked. So, it again, some things that y'all are saying, like I wholeheartedly agree with, right? But I really again, when I told you about the first time that I heard about the plan Q and what was really Barack Obama. Now the second time I heard it, right? I was in the shelter at over here in Southside, and we watching it on TV. And first, we watched him get elected. That was damn near fight, watching Trump get elected. But then, watching him lose, that was damn near a fight. And then the one, now this is the key part to the story. This one black guy older guy goes, yup, that's it. It started. Devolution. Trump ain't leaving. Devolution. Look it up. Devolution. Trump ain't leaving. Trump ain't going nowhere. And he called it. We've been in the state of devolution. We've actually been in the continuity of government ever since Trump came down that escalator.
But we've been in a what?
A continuity of government. Well, now it's called something else, but it's basically still a continuity of government. So what happens is a government needs a way to operate even when it's been infiltrated. Right? So parts of you might have to fall back, change where your capital is,
right?
Do something different with your money, change where you print your money, or if you're printing money at all. Your military. See, and this is another thing that a lot of people didn't realize. And again, it's not, I don't want to be, and I know I'm jumping back and forth. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a truth supporter. I found it hard it was hard to swallow for me and Trump. Right? So I don't want to just gloss over that. Right? because it really did. There were some things, and there's still some things that I got some questions about. But what I don't have questions about is fucking pedophiles, right? I ain't got no questions about pedophiles.
Right.
And if you out here worshiping Satan
Right.
and you taking people, hey, if you want to be with the same sex, man, woman, all that, hey, do you? I ain't got no problem with that. But when motherfuckers is running around taking shit, taking motherfuckers ass from them, that's a problem. I ain't got no, hey, see that I have a problem with.
Yeah. No question.
Motherfucker might be tutti fruity or whatever the fuck it is, but that don't go taking their ass from them.
No question.
So some of what makes me angry with the other guest that was on is that, like, I used to support abortion. I don't support abortion. I don't support abortion only for the simple fact, one, it's a form of genocide in our face, because a lot of people that the majority of people that have to rely on abortions, or women that have to go for abortions, they're either one, in a tough economic situation, or two, they're going to be of color.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a form of genocide is what it is. That's one. Number two, they use the parts in their Satan worshiping. I cannot be a part of that. So if you look at the macro and micro economics of what they do, they keep a motherfucker poor. They keep you struggling. If you poor and you struggling, some alcohol and drugs, you poor. Wait a minute, hold on. Cause I ain't got my glasses on. Wait a minute. You poor, struggling, easy access to alcohol and drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna be easy to find loose women. You feel me?
Cover your ears, baby.
For some reason, when you pour it down and out, it's easy to fuck.
I would.
But
I will give you some pushback on that, but my daughter's sitting right here next to me. She eating some yogurt, so I ain't gonna go there with you right now.
what I'm saying is, if you keep a person in an economically depressed state, or if they don't know any better, then they're more than likely gonna find another person that's of the same economic status, and they're gonna bring a child into the world, and that child is gonna have the same low economic standards. Do you feel what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
then in that way, they create a pipeline. They indirectly get to create a pipeline. They get the music pumping in the negative all the time into the ghettos, promoting gangster life, messed up priorities. If you live in the projects, why is you riding around in a 2020 anything?
That's weird, right?
How's you in the projects and you got a baby grand piano?
That's
Why?
weird, right? Look, I done seen that shit. My boys be selling the latest clothes and shit out the trunk of the car and shit. Everybody in the PJs be G'd the fuck up. I'd be like, damn.
But see,
You know,
and
it is what it is.
I don't want to sound like one of them people off of the Boondocks, but I mean, for real, when you look at when you tweet, I used to not be the person that I am right now. All I did was just tweet a little bit.
Your ass used to be heavy on Facebook, nigga.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I used to be heavy on a lot of things.
Yeah.
All I did was just tweak a couple of things. No, I couldn't be heavy. I couldn't be on Facebook like that. Like,
Your ass used to be heavy on Facebook.
I'm still on Facebook now. I
know you just came back. I think I need to take credit for you coming back to Facebook because your page was shut down. Soon as you started fucking with the podcast, you brought that page back up.
No, you know what brought me back? That goddamn somebody telling on them DL niggas brought me back. That's what brought me back. Somebody telling on them DL niggas, that's what brought me back. That's what brought me back.
Okay.
Dude. But again, man.
Come here, baby.
Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on, let me go back because I done skipped around. Let me go back. I told you about hearing about.
I love you. All right.
I told you about hearing about Q and the plan when I was in the army. I told you about hearing about the plan when I was in the shelter. That's almost 20 plus years apart. Because every time every time the good guys go to make a move, these guys do something else that's even more treacherous. That day, we'll just say that day, that fateful day in September, we were supposed to be announced freedom then, but that's why they caused that day.
Okay.
That's why, because we were gonna be free. It's some shit of wealth that's about to be released, and it would have been released. It would have been announced, and then soon to be released. It was gonna be announced in September and released in October. And that's why they blew that shit up. These people been robbing and stealing from us for the longest. That's why I sent you the link with the what is it? Chevron doctrine. So what they did, first they stole our country and with the Act of 1871.
Okay.
Right. Then they created DC. So DC is its own everything. And it's not a part of the United States.
Good.
But also with the Constitution that they created, we are not a part of that Constitution. We just don't know it.
Put your nice stuff on. All right.
Do you know the real capital is Philadelphia?
Hey, 215, where you at?
The real capital of this country is Philadelphia. Motherfuckers don't know that.
I can believe that.
The highest court in the land is in Philadelphia. It's a common law court. But see, you're not supposed to know those things because if motherfuckers knew if you knew that you didn't have to pay your water bill, if you didn't have to pay your light bill, and you would share that information with other people, they would quickly lose their power. Part of the reason why we're going through what we're going through now, they're taking the power away from the dollar. Other countries just aren't using the dollar. And the news isn't telling you at the rate they're doing it and the dangers behind it. And we're going to find out very shortly.
Right.
Japan, China, they're selling their securities. That shit's coming back. All those dollars about to come flooding and rushing back. And that laptop, so that's why I don't get caught up in narrative. So the narrative with Hunter Biden, if you watch the narrative, is that all that shit with Hunter Biden and all they got him was just these little bullshit charges. I don't pay none of that shit no attention because I know that Hunter Biden already got his at Gitmo. He took the Gitmo dirt now.
Oh my Lord. Oh, Gitmo, huh?
Number two, to touch on
They
something
do
else.
on him too? I'm
Huh?
sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
Something else to touch on. The yes, the absurdity that if a regular person gets one felony, your whole life is fucked up. But Donald Trump can run for president with 34 felonies.
You all right?
Is absurd. So it's being done to point out the criminality, the corruptness of the judicial system. So don't get caught up in the color narrative. Don't get caught up in the
It's
color
not even
narrative.
a color. No, it's not a color narrative for me. Well, I tell you what.
It is.
What dude that look like me gonna have 34 felonies and be able to run for public office? Not just president, public office. Come on now.
See,
let's be
again,
100 now.
like I told you, so you know, with the three with the three jurisdictions that he was in, they have high conviction rates. So they finally got one. They got all little 34 little bullshit. They stretched the felonies and whatnot. But then I sent you the article where they locking the jurors up. Then, if this guy got all these convictions, why ain't he already locked up, no bond? And then,
Good question.
Why they keep pushing back the sentencing?
They pushed the sentencing back. When was the sentencing supposed to be?
Yeah, the sentencing was supposed to be like July the 11th.
Yeah.
And that's got pushed back.
Why they push that back?
I don't know. But one thing's for certain.
With Secret Service in the joint.
One thing's for certain, two things for sure I can tell you. I promise you. Act like you going to go and arrest the commander-in-chief if you want to.
Man, come on, man. We ain't talking about that man, the commander-in-chief. That motherfucker ain't no more commander-in-chief than the man in the fucking moon.
Brandon.
Yes.
So part of their plan, Obama went to the courts and petitioned to have the office of the president split into two parts, formally acknowledging that the office had two parts, the administrative and then the military part. And they agreed. So now Trump is using that. Trump and the military are using what he did to win the fight.
Win what fight?
Because Joe Biden is not the real president. So they let Joe Biden sit in as president to keep everybody calm and serve as a distraction while they did the real arrest. and executions.
Well, until I see that being factual, that will be a big conspiracy theory for me, sir.
If you can't see, I haven't seen, because I stopped watching TV, so I haven't seen the thing, whatever he did to supposedly tonight. But apparently, you can people, and Tony had just said it clearly. It's not the same person. Clearly, it's not the same person.
I knew you was gonna say that. I goddamn it knew
If
you
it's
was gonna say that.
like you don't get it yet, people still don't get it yet. If you're saying clearly it's not the same yeah, clearly it's not the same person. And then he had some medical emergency. And didn't I tell? I told y'all in the text. I told y'all in our text message, you and Tony, that watch the narrative. Watch how they was gonna have to replace him. Boom, end of the week, right on cue.
Bro, let me tell you something. Y'all was texting each other back and forth so much, y'all was getting on my fucking nerves. I ain't pay attention to none of them shit. That's why I put that text message out yesterday. I said, this what we doing all day. Y'all two was going back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, bruh, it is a day off for niggas.
Because
Chill.
he keep trying to the points he keep trying to talk about, damn near most of them I can refute, especially that Hunter Biden laptop. But mind you, bro, we done played spades together, right?
Yes.
We done had some 10 hands.
Yeah, no question.
Bro, I'm sitting over here with about 11 books, and I know you got 2. The place to be is on my side.
Look, man, let me tell you something. I watched that movie that you asked me to watch, and I told you this in text message. Now I'm gonna tell you this now to your face. Did nothing for me. That movie
Okay.
made that. Hold up. Wait a minute. That movie. Anybody who controls a narrative to anything can make anything look the way they want it to look. I'm not just saying this on that document. I'm saying about anything else. You know, and that didn't move the narrative for me. It just tried to make that documentary tried to make Trump look like a fucking savior, which I don't believe he is. I don't believe Biden is shit neither. I told you this. I'm standing on what I believe in. But I'm gonna tell you what, I will not vote for Project 2025. Fuck that. I won't do that. Not in good conscience. I won't do that.
Now hold on, and thank you for bringing that up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, another point that I was alluding to, in all consciousness, seriously, in all consciousness, from one black man to another.
Mm-hmm.
You really think I would goddamn roll with some shit like that, knowing that they was down with some shit like that? Hell no, man.
I know you, but I know it's some Steven from Django's out there who will. I'm not saying that about you because I know you.
Listen, these people, for those that know their history, when they first started out with these parties, Democrats and Republicans, black people were Republicans. Democrats were the white people. Democrats represented the people that wanted to maintain slavery. They created the KKK. And still to this day, you still see the same. And I'm not lying. Go and do your research. You still see the same cool mother baiting black people today, and we still fall for it. Now, there are elements of the Republican Party that's tough to embrace. I can't embrace all of it because it and again, you got some people, they are hiding. They don't represent those people that are dumb and loud and ignorant and disrespectful. They don't represent the real Republican Party. The real Republican Party, the real Republicans, you got, and there's more than just 5 lonely black Republicans. It's more than just 5. And the real Republican Party is loving, kind, and they want to embrace you I can't say that I'm a wholehearted Republican. I can't say I'm a Trump supporter. I am a true supporter. I am a true supporter. If you committed treason, your ass need to hang. If you did anything disrespectful to a little kid, your ass need to hang. If you worship Satan, your ass need to hang. If you done did some shit to control this country and you used any kind of child blackmail or any of that other ass shit, your ass need to hang. That shit, that's the shit I'm on. Any of that other, I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. I don't give a damn about your politics. And now this is the so your sexual orientation, nobody gives a damn about. When you serve public office, everything about you becomes public. The unwritten contract, the unspoken part of the contract when you become president is they're usually looking for somebody that's a family man in between well, we looked at he had to be 30 something. We looked this up a couple of weeks ago.
35. 35 is the age limit.
Yeah, so you had to be at least 35 and you're going to be married, have a child or two. So the
It didn't say
idea,
all of that. It didn't say all of that, but okay.
listen, it's a unspoken.
I know you're looking at the article that I just
I
popped
know
up.
it,
And
but
what
I
it
also
said
know
was,
where you
what
get your
it
news
said
from
was,
too.
what it said was is that the founders of the KKK, they were Democrats, but it wasn't the Democratic Party who set that up. There's a difference.
Look, you know who Robert Byrd is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so why was Joe Biden did like a eulogy or something when Robert and gave a speech to him and listed him as something. Hillary Clinton was down with him. Hillary Clinton said that Margaret Sanger, the Planned Parenthood. Do you see what I just stitched together right there?
Yeah.
The same people, right? I don't want to use name calling, right? I don't even want to go so far as Democrat or Republican, but what I'm saying is there's a certain allegiance. We call them the deep state, uniparty, deep state, and these people all work together. I'm not gonna get. I understand about being a black man and getting offended, but what we're not gonna do, I'm not gonna let a motherfucker control the conversation and manipulate the conversation and obfuscate and shit around treason. Treason is fucking treason.
Okay, for a second I thought you was talking about Ryan Garcia. I was about to be like, what? Okay.
No, because motherfuckers will get shifty and try to make other points or try to change the narrative or whatever. No, we're gonna stay stuck on you committed treason, you committed treason.
Bro, that's the biggest weapon that everybody uses against each other is controlling the narrative. Controlling the narrative. And that's
And then you gotta throw in
I pride myself on not doing in this show. If I give somebody the floor, the narrative is yours.
They want to control the narrative, and they can't control the narrative. They want to name call and all that other shit.
That's everybody. I mean, look, bro, that's everybody. That's everybody. When
it's not. Do you hear me call Tony any of them names?
No, what I'm saying is when a certain side can't control the narrative, and there may be some truth to it, the first thing the other side does. First thing the certain side does is try to discredit. That happens all the time. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But go ahead.
I don't call Tony any of them names. I don't even have to refer to him. I can refer strictly to the facts and the information.
Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I won't disagree with you there. I've never heard you call Tony a name. Anything outside of his name.
But like I said, these people are hiding behind. They're hiding behind color and status, and that's how all of us got fooled behind. Yes, we can. And you keep saying yes, we can, and you slow that down. You're saying hail Satan.
What? All right, you lost me.
Yeah. You move the letters
Before,
around of Malia and Sasha name, and it says I am Satan.
are you talking about like playing it backwards the way that a pastor played Jay-Z's lyrics backwards one time and it said "Kill Christ"?
No, I'm talking about just slow it down. Just slow it down a little bit, and you'll hear it. Look,
Hail Satan from Yes We Can. You lost me on that one. I can't.
hey, look.
You got to prove that shit to me.
I
Conspiracy
didn't want.
theories with Robert fucking Chandler.
I didn't want to believe the shit neither. Because when I first heard the shit, mind you, when I first heard the shit, I heard it from a overbearing white sergeant, right? He just seemed like he was a conspiracy theory fucking nut. So what I invite everybody to do is
Ready or not.
open open up your third eye, open up your heart, right?
Your
You
heart.
see, I don't have to yell and scream, and I like having my voice. I don't have to insult and use all those names. I can point to things and tell you where to go, and you're not gonna like what you find. You may or may not like what you find, but you're gonna find the truth. That I can promise you.
See, the hardest thing is to do is that when you say, find the truth, okay, that's cool. But it's hard to decipher on if these sources that you're saying are reliable, even all the way up to the top bill. CNN or CBS or NBC or Fox. It's hard to see what's the reliable source and what's being controlled by,
What's difficult? What makes it difficult to understand and accept is the number of people that is taken to help portray these lies on the American public and really the world. So the media is way knee deep involved in this.
Knee deep, biatch.
You see, if you knew what was really going on with the American dollar, you close out your 401k. You probably got a nice little mid in that joint too.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, the fuck I don't. Have to be 100 with you. Nope. Niggas like you will make me never open one.
Good. Cause it's stuff. Cause what they do, and see, we're never taught about money, and we damn sure aren't taught about gold. And it's certain financial principles that they make sure we never learn, that wealthy people learn. One of the first ones is you never eat the goose that lays the golden egg. You don't eat the goose that lays the eggs.
Oh, I saw this on a fucking Mickey Mouse cartoon. What's his name? What's the name of the giant? He had the golden fucking egg. Nah, brain having a brain freeze. Go ahead.
Or then another one, who moved my cheese? Always having different streams of income. having multiple streams of income.
There it is. Choke, 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 choke. That ain't good shit, nigga. That ain't good shit, nigga. Yeah, that good shit, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm gonna keep smoking that chronic, keep dropping this knowledge, bitch. Okay.
It took a lot from me to start following this movement. But
What's the movement though, bro? What's the movement?
But see, you have to come to the understanding that our country was taken over. We haven't chosen our presidents in decades.
Now see,
hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Go ahead, finish, nigga.
January 6th was not an insurrection. And that's why the people hid the tapes. That's why they're after Donald Trump and anybody I'm speaking on the truth. I'm not speaking up for Donald Trump. I'm talking about the truth. When you understand that our country has been taken over, you don't give a fuck who's in the front that's gonna be the wedge that we need to take our country back.
My boy, there's my only pushback of what you're saying. And it's not about the Donald Trump stuff or none of that stuff. I'm going, see, this is the way my brain thinks. I'm thinking way deeper than that, sir. You saying somebody took our country from us? Our country? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't this motherfucker stolen? I'm just saying.
If you want to be technical,
I'm just saying.
We was already here.
You talking about black people?
Yeah, so a lot of us aren't black. We're Native American.
No, I get that, but you're talking about people of color, correct?
Right, but you understand? We're saying people. Do you understand? They miscategorized.
But you're missing what I'm saying, though, bro. You're missing.
No, I'm not. I understand you're saying people of color were already here.
That's not what. Okay, no. What I'm saying is, wasn't this motherfucker? You saying they were trying to take our country back? Wasn't this motherfucker stolen on the? What the man? Wasn't this motherfucker stolen? This motherfucker was stolen. If I'm not mistaken, this motherfucker. I said this earlier with Tony. This is the land of immigrants. You know, and unless you are indigenous, this motherfucker was stolen. Jack move, biatch. Brace yourself. Give me your goddamn country. Hurry up. That type of shit.
All right. Well, before we can get back to how the forefathers or whatever stole the land from the Native Americans, first we got to get our government back, our de jure government back.
Our what government?
De jure.
What is that?
Yeah.
It sounds French. Sounds French.
Right.
It's French?
Yeah. But okay. We don't have our judges are not judges. They're administrative executives. The police, they just enforce policy. So we don't need the police and the judges. We can get rid of them. We should only have sheriffs. That's powerful. And all these damn taxes, we do not need to be paying all these damn dumbass taxes.
I second that, bro. You get a hallelujah and an amen. Hallelujah. You get all that from me on that. Yeah.
Like I said before, with that Chevron doctrine, that court case just knocked out a whole bunch of 3-letter agencies: ABC, FBI, CI. Well, maybe not.
Hold on. Who the fuck fucking with the ABC? Nigga, I will go to war out this motherfucker. Wait a minute. You talking about a different ABC?
They need to be knocked out because they can't be a cartel. They're a cartel.
Talking about the ABC store?
All ABC stores statewide, you can't be a cartel. This if we as people can't create cartels, the state can't create a cartel neither.
So the ABC store, you telling me, is a cartel?
Yes.
Well, sign me up, Chico. I'm gonna be part of that fucking cartel. You're not gonna fuck with my ABC, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're a cartel. Cartels are illegal. But again, when motherfuckers don't read and you don't know,
You got me on that.
they'll get over it. Just like you don't need a driver's license to drive a car.
Yo, have you heard about this shit called the Real ID?
I got it already.
For real? What does it look like?
It's got a star on it.
Okay. All right. So nothing special, just okay.
No, it's
I
something
gotta renew my
special.
driver's license, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and get this Real ID. The Real ID, sir. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and get that.
It's got
So is my ID fake now? I don't get it.
your ID isn't fake, but if you went to go get on the plane and I went to, yeah.
I heard that, but that's gonna be like made mandatory next year.
Yeah. We don't even need ID cards. But this thing has it's got raised lettering on it. It's got a hologram.
Oh shit now. Ooh, make me feel important.
It's got it's got a raised serial numbers on the side. And it's got
Let me just flash it for a second. I don't want to see your address. I just want to see like where the star and shit is at. I want you to show your address to the people, you know, just I can't see that shit.
wait a minute.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. Hey, that's gonna be a way that niggas try to get at each other when it come to roasting people. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. I bet your ID ain't even real, nigga. You got a star on your shit, nigga. You ain't even got that real ID, nigga. Oh, can't get on a plane, old dust ass, nigga. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. They these people are nervous, and that project 25, please don't fall for that.
I'm not fucking with that, Rob. I'm not fucking with it.
Please do not fall for that.
I'm not fucking with it, Rob. I'm telling you now, bro. I'm not fucking with it.
It's not nothing to fuck. See, you falling for the fucking hype.
All I said is I'm not fucking with it, bro.
You falling for hype.
Okay.
As one black man to another, do you really think I would be down with some? If I even knew, these people are so nervous. They need everything, and they got nothing else left. They are gonna use that color card. They're pulling the color card. They about to replace Joe Biden. They pulling the color card. It's the summer and it's hot.
Boy,
They need niggas.
Summer. Yeah.
They need niggas fighting and distracted.
I'm just a nigga who love chicken, and that's one of the realest shits that I've ever said.
And I'm cooking up.
What y'all niggas gonna do when I run for president? Y'all motherfuckers think I'm joking about this. What y'all gonna do when I run for president? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I know the qualifications of being able to run for president. You have to get a certain amount of campaign money up to put you on the ballots in 50 states. I know what you have to do.
And you got to be a 33rd degree Mason.
Man, fine, man. Fuck a Mason. I ain't gonna be no 33 degree nigga. What? 33 degrees is cold, nigga. I like the cold, and I don't mean fuck a Mason. I'm not. Look, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. What y'all gonna do when I run for president, bitch? And they'll probably play this back. Look at candidate Candidate Towns, listen to the way he talks, and y'all gonna see this video. What you gonna do when I run for president, bitch? And I say it then. What you gonna do when I run for president, bitch? Ha! What y'all gonna do? I'm just saying. And y'all think I'm joking. Y'all don't believe. Y'all don't believe. What y'all gonna do when y'all don't believe? Because I've said this before, and I'll say it again. To me, the best person to be president in this Western civilization thing called North America, United States of these parts of America, is an average person, just like you and me, because we know what the American people actually. I can relate more to the general American person of their needs and wants, rather than some two old grumpy old men and people who have been financially secure for a very, very, very long time that don't know shit about having to go live check to check like most of the people do in this country. That's all I'm gonna say. What y'all gonna do when I run for president, bruh? That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all don't believe. It's okay. I'll be the first president, and it'll be the first time in the history of the White House you have a tour walking in and y'all smell chitlins cooking out this bitch. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Y'all don't believe. That's how y'all ain't got to. What y'all gonna do when I run for president?
See, on this phone, I can't bring up. Wait a minute.
And you can go ahead and put the green emoji faces all you want to, Leisha. Bottom line is, if there are chitlins cooking at the White House, that means I'm in that bitch. And things will be a lot better for everybody in all 50 of these states, as opposed to these two old ass, rich ass jokers who got their own agenda, who don't put the needs of the American public first the way somebody like me would. That's all.
Chitlins are nasty as hell.
Huh?
Everybody don't know how to cook chitlins.
I do, nigga. I'll be the first president that you see cleaning and cooking chitlins. Nigga, what? Come on now. Come on now. And did you say chitlins are nasty as hell?
Gotta leave that swine alone.
Now I should hang up on your black ass.
I done had chitlins before.
Alicia, you ain't gotta visit me when I'm cooking my chitlins in the White House. You ain't gotta come visit me. But you can still say, look at my bestie in the White House. And I would only cook chitlins around Thanksgiving. So that means it's 11 other months that you can go ahead and come on up in here and holler at your boy.
If you eat chitlins, you eat ass. There, I said it.
You know what? You can say what you want about chitlins. There's nothing you can say that can deter me from eating chitlins, sir. I don't give a fuck, because everybody has tried and they have failed.
I stopped eating chitlins. I still eat ass, though.
I bet you do, you nasty bastard. I bet you do. I bet you do. Uh-huh. I'm going to make that a short, you nasty motherfucker. I bet you do. You salad tossing nigga.
Yeah, but I ain't toasting no nigga salad, though.
I don't give a damn. Ass is ass. You eating where somebody doo-doos out of. Nasty.
Some of these women running around so damn pretty. You can do that.
I'll drink your bath water, but I ain't gonna eat your ass. I'll tell you that right now. I will drink your bath water. You can fart in the tub and everything else. I'll drink your bath water if you bad enough, but I ain't gonna lick your butthole. That's nasty.
Well, you gonna drink the bath water?
That's all right though. I understand you told with bath water with all the other bodies in it. That's different.
And it's clean after she get off the tub.
Bro, that's literally different than sticking your tongue into somebody's booty hole. That's gross. That's fucking gross. You don't want to ask Alicia. You ready to listen. Robert, if you say one fucking thing to Alicia, I will reach through this screen and smack the shit out you. You understand me? Yeah, you better smoke your blunt, and I wish you would. I will virtually smack the fuck out you.
I ain't got to say nothing to Alicia.
You got that? Yeah. I was ready for it.
I ain't got to say nothing to Alicia. So anyway, where else was I? Because these ain't conspiracy theories. These is facts.
Conspiracy theories. Robert fucking Chandler. What? Tell us something we don't know. You have. I got you.
I mean, I don't. What? Oh.
I'm getting off in 6 minutes, and don't say you haven't had just as much time as Tony, because you have. Because the first 30 minutes of the show was power recap. The next 20 minutes of the show was talking about NBA free agency and Ryan Garcia. So you've had just as much time, sir. He had an hour. You're now over an hour.
No, but that's cool, because you know what? Mine is going to play out in real life for you to be able to see. And then when the dominoes start falling, then we'll see what these meetings are going to be like.
No, bro. Okay, that's all well and good. I'm just saying, I'm not shortchanging nobody on time.
Okay.
Bro. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Because the dominoes.
I saw the comment in the chat saying, I hope I better get this much time uninterrupted, and you did.
No, but that's cool. I ain't gonna argue about it.
You didn't?
It's all good. You gonna be getting off. That's cool. But trust me.
Hey, say pause before that. You're gonna be getting off. Come on now. There's a lot of funny shit happening in 2024 now.
The narrative is fixing to change. Joe Biden is about to get out the seat. I told you
Michelle Obama gonna get in there.
I told you a couple of days ago.
Michelle Obama gonna get in there.
Well, I already spoke my piece about Michelle Obama, but one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Kamala Harris cannot serve as president.
I agree with that.
She is an anchor baby. Neither of her parents were American citizens. She was not born here. She did not stay here long enough on American soil.
That's not why I was going to say that, but okay. All
but
right.
These are facts. This is not my opinion. These are facts. She did not stay here on American soil long enough to be considered an American.
So what is she then?
She's an anchor baby.
What's an anchor baby?
So basically what people do, they get over here and then they have a kid while they applying for citizenship. So the child kind of bonds them to here in the country. But they had her and were only here like 3 months and moved to Canada.
So she's Canadian?
Right.
Oh man, we should take some lessons from our neighbors from the north. I fuck with Canada because they actually care about their people.
See, the whole thing about being
Drake's Canada, but I'm talking about Canada.
The whole thing about being the vice president is you have to have you meet the same qualifications as the president for just in case this situation where the president is old, feeble, senile, sick, or got to step down, because the office of the president can never be left unoccupied. So someone like her, who is clearly not qualified, you would never have her be vice president because she could never be president.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't, bro, because
I
ain't heard shit from her since she got in the office.
And you see how I explain that and never attacked her character or any of the things she has or hasn't done?
I was crushing so hard on her when she got elected. I was like, look at this powerful, light-skinned goddess.
And that's the man.
What? Oh, she a man? She a man too? God damn. All right. Okay. Whatever.
Man,
I never jerked off to her. So, I mean, they don't hurt my feelings at all. So, it's just like, but I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, why every woman of power got to be a dude? What is it with you in that, bro?
So, one thing that these people have done, these M people like we were talking about before, they understand the power of the feminine. So they're trying to capture that. That's why they don't want women around. That's one. But then number two, they don't want women around because women by nature are going to be disturbed by the shit that they're doing and they're going to tell. Somebody would have told already.
You know what? I'm more concerned with the agenda of people out here trying to emasculate black men, particularly black fathers. That's the agenda that I don't fuck with.
That's another one. Yeah, that's another one of their tactics.
That's what I really don't fuck with. Particularly black fathers are trying to be emasculated out here as they're trying to emasculate our young black men. And I'm not trying to be funny. Black women is a big part of that. And I don't fucking like it. It's ridiculous. And I'm not saying anything against black women, Nubian sisters, but real talk, y'all need to cut that fucking shit out and let these men, because it's bad enough that we have enough absent black fathers in our kids' life to fucking begin with. But the ones that we do have that give a shit, that want to do right by their kids, stop with the bullshit.
Let
these men raise their kids.
Feminism is one of their tools.
I am so sick of that bullshit. I am.
Feminism
I was watching a argument, not an argument, but telecast with, I can't even say it's fucking telecast, it's on YouTube, but between Umar Johnson and Joe Brown. And Joe Brown was just like raw with it. He is like, I am not with this feminist bullshit. You can be. That shit, yo, like, and then a caller came on who was another doctor, and like Umar couldn't say shit. And I fuck with, I fuck with both of them. But this narrative, and it is clearly an agenda out here to emasculate black fathers and young black kids. And I ain't for that shit. Fuck Biden and Trump. I'm talking about worrying about people who look like me, raising kids who look like me and who look like me and are my same sex, whatever.
Well, somebody was talking about impeaching Mayorkas, and then we got somebody else that just refuses to use the laws that's in place to go ahead and close the border. So if you're interested in having a strong family, and I heard somebody say, fuck MAGA, this, that, and the third. If you interested in, because that's what Republicans are about. That's what MAGA is about. Strong families, protecting families.
Man, fuck MAGA.
See, there you go.
I just said
that. You want to say fuck MAGA.
This is my issue with MAGA. It's the message. Make America great again. When you're somebody who look like us, sir, when the fuck was America great? You saying from one black man to another. When the fuck was America ever great for us?
Listen.
No. That's a simple question.
See, I'm not gonna argue with you or fight with you.
It's not an argument, bro. It's a question. I'm not gonna argue with you. I love you. You're my brother. You're always gonna be my brother. But the question poses itself. When make America great again? When was America great for us, sir? That's a simple question. When?
Listen to me, and I understand your gripe. I clearly see what you're saying, right? But now listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
All these illegals that's coming from the south, and then we got China at the north, and then we got people from other countries from coming in from the north through Canada. Right now, we all need to stick together. Imagine about 45 of these motherfuckers or 150 of these motherfuckers strapped up and walking and running through the city, driving through the city in cars and shit. Or they start running up on motherfuckers, running pockets and shit. Now you worried about goddamn Agenda 25. Be worried about all these motherfucking illegal immigrants in this motherfucker rising up, setting fires and shit, doing all kinds of shit. Where we need the motherfucking military to put the riots down and shit. You gonna be ready for America to be great again, then, ain't it?
Bro, you still never answered my question. When was America ever great for us?
Okay, so no, whether America is great for us or not, do you understand what I just said? Why you worried about when was America ever great for us? There's an enemy threat that's already here in this country that's ready to kick our fucking ass.
I get that, but I asked you
That's why they were letting all those people here in this country. That's why they've been paying them all that damn money. And I especially feel some kind of way about that shit because I done had 3 or 4 times was one of these Muslim women or these Hispanic women and goddamn tried to knock me down with a basket or just clearly just disrespect me and shit. I'm ready to put one of these bitches on their motherfucking ass for real.
All right, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't gonna condone that. But again, you never answered my question. I asked you a direct.
I did answer your question. You don't want to damn it, Brandon. You worried about when was America ever great again for us? And I'm trying to tell you, some of these same Hispanic people that's in your neighborhood, you might have to goddamn pull a strap out on their motherfucking ass. Or what if they is motherfucking pedophiles for real, for real? You worried about when is America great for us? So what you gonna do when these motherfuckers knock on your door and be like, hey, Vato, you gonna get down with us or we gonna rape your children and kill them? Huh?
I wish a motherfucker would. But I'm not arguing with you, sir. But you still didn't answer my question.
I'm not arguing. You're not arguing with me, but I'm trying to get you to understand the state where we are in. Yeah, America. If the answer that you want to hear, yeah, America sucks for black people. So
it's not an answer that I want to hear. It's a factual
but
answer.
now we are in a situation where we need to fucking fight. We have people that want to fucking kill us. God damn it.
Okay.
I'm talking about motherfuckers coming and fucking kicking your fucking door in. They see you on the street, they beating your ass, black or white. Motherfuckers is tripping. They the ones coming with the project fucking 25. Why you think they got all these Why you think they got all these illegals in here? Where you think they come from? Why you think they've been goddamn giving them money and shit?
Okay.
Yeah, well, you have a very valid point. And I get that. But now America is at a point again where America needed black men before and America is going to need black men again. America's always needed black men.
Yeah, they needed black men when it's convenient, sir. Come on, man. They need black men when it's convenient. And then as soon as it's not convenient, we second-class citizens. Come on, bro. Come on now. Don't sit here and act like I'm not talking facts about that shit.
See, you are talking facts.
Okay, then.
Part of the reason. Okay, now can I talk?
Yes, sir.
When you understand that there's a faction of our government was taken over, then you'll understand why that exists and why we truly need to make America great again. There was a point in time before Ulysses S. Grant sold us.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a time before Ulysses S. Grant sold us back to England that we were free for about 150 years. But it's been monetary and judicial slavery ever since then. So I'm not ignoring. And see, this would made it easy for me to get along with some of the white sergeants that I had. I can put down race and all that shit because number one, the shit that we're doing in the military, I need you to whole fucking pay the fuck attention. If you got a fucking problem with how the fuck I deliver the message, if you don't fucking pay attention in the military, somebody usually gonna die. At best, you just have a no go, some um some field training or some shit. But for real, if you don't pay attention and you give two fucks about somebody's skin color or the other shit, somebody gonna die. And that we're at a time where motherfuckers are trying to use color to divide us. I know the history of this country. And I still went and did 3 years in the Army and 3 years in the National Guard.
Okay. All right.
But the fight is not over, and this is the last battle. It's already over, but what we're seeing is a destruction of their system is coming down. Yes, their system is coming down, but it's not the system like the old. It is old rich white people, but these are the bad guys. Let's just say it like that. These are the elites, the bad.
Yeah, the Jerry Joneses of the fucking world.
Yeah, those type of people. Yeah. So that's why I stopped watching TV. So then it's easier for me that I don't see them, and if they make the news clip or something, or they make some news that I see, okay, but I don't get too caught up into it because I know that most of them are dead. We're watching CGI. I don't see how anybody can look at Biden and not see that you're looking at somebody in a damn mask. His chin and shit his chin and ears are always different. His eyes are blue and brown. His earlobes are like one will be attached and one will be loose. His mask will be flaking off in the back of his neck.
All right. Well, I said I was getting off in 6 minutes, but that was almost 20 minutes ago. So, I feel you, but I said at the beginning of this show that I was tired. So for me to, for us, to do a over 3 hour show, I figured the energy would kick in once I had some folks on here. But this is to be continued, as is the case with Sports Plus Life Talking Ish and Conspiracy Theories Friday. And, to be continued, maybe not on Sports Plus Life episode 290 something, which is on Monday, but definitely to be continued next Friday. No question. Your boy birthday in 2 weeks. Hey. Side note, I don't know if you saw Beverly Hills Cop. Well, you said you don't watch TV. So Beverly Hills Cop 4 came out on Wednesday. Fucking awesome. Came out on Netflix. Well, it's not called Beverly Hills Cop 4. It's called Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. Fucking awesome.
How did Bad Boys do?
In the theater?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't quite made as much as Bad Boys 4, but it's tripled its budget. So whenever you double or triple your budget, that's a win. I don't know if it'll be. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit coming down about Will Smith's personal life. Again, I don't know if it's enough money to warrant a fifth film. When they said if they would see how reactions would be to this film and see if they did a fifth one. It was $100 million budget. It's made over $300 million. So basically, everybody got paid what they was expecting to get paid. I think they probably were expecting bigger numbers, but with the shit going on with Will, as far as his personal life, it doesn't surprise me. I still want to see it. I can't wait. As soon as it comes on demand, I will definitely. I'm going to buy that motherfucker. If I don't go see it in the theaters, because I'm a Bad Boys fan, like I'm a Beverly Hills Cop fan. So you about to pass yawns through the goddamn. You can pass yawns through the internet. Damn, yawns is a powerful thing. But yeah. So I definitely want to see. I can't wait to see Bad Boys 4. Just like Beverly Hills Cop 4. Fucking awesome. Rob, if you got a Netflix account, watch Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel Foley. It's got Rosewood in it, Billy Rosewood. It's got Taggart. It's even got Surge. It's got all of the elements from all the previous 3 Beverly Hills Cop films. Eddie Murphy was awesome. It's dope. It's dope, especially if you're somebody who watched the first 3. Now, the only one that I watched when it first came out was the third one. That was 94. The first one came out 40 years ago. Well, that's my age. So, I didn't, clearly to say I didn't go to the theaters and see that, nor the second one. But I'm a student of Beverly Hills Cop. I've watched I've watched the previous 3 movies millions and millions of times. So I was hype as fuck when I looked at on demand and it said Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Axel Foley was available on July 3rd. It was awesome. It was awesome. I would tell anybody, watch it. Watch it. Awesome. Awesome movie. Did not let me down at all. Did not let me down. Love Beverly Hills Cop. It was amazing. It was.
That's good.
Yeah. It was. That's literally what I've been watching the last 2 days. So
You got it on Netflix?
Yes, sir. No question. Yes, sir. And Lomar, I hear you say your birthday is next Friday. So yours is July 12th, and mine is July 19th. So there you go. People have been asking me, do I have plans on my birthday? Only plan that I have on my birthday is that I ain't going to work, nigga. I'm off with pay. I'm not going to fucking work. I don't have no plans on my birthday in 2 weeks. All I know is I'm not going to work. If I go out anywhere, I would like to go to this place called Beach House. It's a little bar. It's a bar right, at the beginning of the short pump. Or if anything else, I just want to get up a game of spades. Real shit. Honestly, if people ask me what I want to do for my birthday, I want to have a game of spades. If I can go to Beach House, that's what's up. But I would just want to get up a game of spades and chill because I got a DJ the next day. I got a DJ the next couple weekends. So if I can get up a good game of spades, go to Beach House. Hey, Leash, y'all doing the cookout this year? If y'all doing the cookout this year, let me know. I will. Well, I guess I gotta. I'll do my. Just let me know. But yeah, because originally I wasn't gonna DJ because the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight was supposed to be July 20th. But when that got postponed and moved to November, I was like, okay, well, at least let me get some money. Let me get this money. So, but the day of my birthday, maybe September, yeah, it's hot in the motherfucker. I got you. But as far as my birthday, I would love to get up a game of spades, go to Beach House. If anybody want to come fuck with your boy at Beach House, come fuck with your boy. All I'm gonna say, come fuck with your boy. But that's 2 weeks from now. Will I do a podcast that night? Probably not. It's my birthday. You feel me? Probably not. If I do a podcast on my birthday, because my birthday's on a Friday, if I do a podcast that night, it will probably be very short. I'll probably be like, yo, it's my birthday, bitch. What up, though, Sports Plus Life? It's my birthday, bitch. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Deuces, nigga. That'd probably be it. So, anyway, I'm getting up early in the morning because I need to do some grocery shopping, and I'm gonna get a breakfast pizza. I've been craving a breakfast pizza all 2024, and I ain't had one from U Crop's breakfast pizza, the best pizza in the fucking universe. And I'm gonna get me
When you
one.
get in U Crops,
Patterson Avenue, baby boy. Look up U Crop. Google U Crop's Bakery. It's
oh yeah,
yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. Are you joking? I'm gonna get me a breakfast pizza tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm hitting that market hall up, sweetie. I'm hitting that market hall up, most definitely. And I got to do some grocery shopping too because I looked at my fridge. I cooked some yesterday for my kids, and I looked at my freezer. I was like, "Ooh, we're getting kind of bare." So, I can take that. I can take that tip money that I made from that DJing I did yesterday at the complex pool, and go ahead and do some grocery shopping and shit. I'll be good. Anyway,
thanks.
yeah, I'll be good. So, anyway, my dude. Let me get on out of here. Let's see, it's 12, about to be 12:40. I plan on getting sleep in the next 30 minutes. So for my boy Robert fucking Chandler, hey, Leash, love you. Lomar, love you. Anybody else listening, love you too. It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns. I'm out this. Peace. See y'all on Monday. Love you, love you. Stay cool. It's hot than a motherfucker out here. Stay
Then a
cool.
motherfucker.
Then a motherfucker. I mean, it's African Black Robert Chandler hot right now. So y'all stay safe, stay cool. Love you. See you Monday. Deuces.